Vitello coming home to score. Reese Moore with a 2-strike RBI single, and the Hawks are on the board first. Runner takes off. The 2-0 is down the heart of the plate. Throw down to second base is in time. How about that throw? Cade Moss, and a great tag by Seegers on the hop to end the inning. Cadina's the batter. Here's a ground ball. Kopp fields it. He'll throw to second after touching the first base bag and get the runner at second as well. Good throw from Kopp to Seegers for the double play, the 3-6 double play. How about that? Hawkeyes drop 2 of 3 to Ohio State. Try to regroup with midweek against Bradley before the Rutgers Scarlet Knights come to town this weekend. All right, we'll catch up with Brennan DeRiggi right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Hey, it's your friend, social media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. Talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to. Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Have you heard about this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Today, I'm joined by former Hawkeye, former team captain Brennan DeRiggi. He'll be joining our broadcasts all week. Brennan, good to see you again.
Hey, how's it going, John? Appreciate you having me on.
All right, we need to unpack some things. It's been a while since we've seen you around. We'll talk about your career first and some of your Hawkeye highlights, your best moments as a Hawkeye. You started out at Wofford, and then you came here for your final year of collegiate baseball. What was that transition like to go from Wofford to here, and how did those conversations start?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's just a couple differences, obviously big with the school, the size of the just the campus in general, and then just the size of the resources in the athletic department was obviously significantly bigger here. I love my time at Wofford and wouldn't trade it for anything, but it was just with no grad school there, it was time to move on, and I basically entered the transfer portal with an open mind and looking for something that was a great fit, and it ended up being a perfect fit here at Iowa.
What do you remember about your first sit-down, in-person conversation with Coach Heller and Coach Sutherland?
Yeah, first one actually with Coach Sutherland was in Naperville, Illinois. He was at a showcase, and I was driving back from Wofford, and we'd had an email chain, and I just happened to be stopping in Naperville at the same time he was there, and I remember him just being super present and being super available for me to bounce ideas off of, but also super understanding of the situation I was in, where I wanted to be a leader and I wanted to be some coach somewhere where I wasn't just going to be a plug-and-play option and more of like a guy that could join the culture and join the clubhouse in a big way, and that was something that he was interested in too, so it was a great fit. And then sitting down with Coach Heller, obviously, as many Hawkeye fans know, he's super personable. He's a really good professional talker, but also just a great guy that cares about his players and cares about all those around him and people that are good to him. And so I don't have enough good things to say about those conversations as well.
And those plans really panned out because you were the leader on last year's team. You were that vocal presence, that veteran that helped the Hawkeyes achieve so much last season. Some of your highlights, some of the great moments that you had as a Hawkeye last year.
As a leader or just
in general, yeah.
Yeah, I would say, well, first off, just being here for a semester and then being welcomed in so regularly or so immediately by my teammates and by coaches in general and just everybody on the staff. That was probably the biggest highlight, to be honest, of anything more than I could have done on the field is just the hard work that I put in paying off immediately in the clubhouse. But on top of that, I would say obviously the win against LSU early in the season was super cool, super fun. Just to see a group of guys believing in themselves and kind of defying the odds. And then also, obviously, anytime you can have a regional appearance, that's a big deal as well.
When you think about fans that are listening that don't get the inside access that you get, or even that John and I get, maybe what are some of the things that go on inside a Division I power conference baseball program that fans wouldn't necessarily know about?
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the outside, you understand how long of a season it is. Obviously, 56 games and 16 weeks or whatever it is, 14 weeks of regular season, 15 weeks, but understanding the ebbs and flows of even within a weekend or within a game in the clubhouse and how much belief it takes for a group to win 40 games like it was last year and for a group to go through what they're going through this year. It takes a lot of resilience and it also takes a lot of understanding and commitment in the clubhouse on what the goal is and everyone pulling on the same side of the rope. I think that it's a bigger commitment and a bigger deal than people realize on a day-to-day basis.
Joined by Brennan Duriggi, who will be on our broadcast this weekend. One of the biggest mysteries to us, Brennan, is how you didn't get drafted, how you didn't get picked up last year. Just maybe take us through some of that process and what you're doing now to make things right this upcoming year.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of question marks and there's a lot of variables that are out of my control, out of obviously Marty and Rick's control and a lot of people in general's control, but I was in some conversations and it ended up not going the way that I wanted to, which is just part of every bigger plan than I could have planned for myself. But more importantly than that, I'm still getting an opportunity to play professionally. I'm still going to get an opportunity to go out this summer and play in the American Association in Western Iowa, play in front of some Hawkeye fans on the west side of Iowa, which is super cool, and basically just get to keep my professional career going and see if I can get an opportunity to sign somewhere affiliated.
Brennan, as you've watched this Iowa Hawkeye team, this 2024 team, their season go along, probably not going as they had hoped, maybe some of the messaging that you would share if you were in this position and still in the clubhouse?
Yeah, no doubt. I think that the biggest thing is that it can turn on a drop of a hat, whatever it is. I think mostly understanding that the guys in the clubhouse are super talented and it has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with anything other than just execution and day-to-day mindset, confidence and mindset. So just believing in one another and being able to just kind of weather the storm and not get too high, not to get too low, because there's still a lot of baseball to be played and there's some big series, Big Ten series especially coming up that could turn the season around, and all this beginning in the middle of this season will be forgotten pretty quickly.
Yeah. All right, Brennan, what are you doing outside of baseball? What do you like to do for fun? How's the off season been as you get ready for another year?
It's been good. I mean, I've been in Iowa City for the whole off season. It's been good to be around the guys. It's been good to kind of pay it back to the community a little bit. I've been doing some lessons with some big-time Hawkeye fans, just some kids that want to be around, which is super cool to get back to the game and get back to the community, and also just enjoying. Obviously, I only got 1 year in Iowa City, so giving myself a second year after I just graduated my master's in finance. It's been good to just be here in Iowa City.
Any hobbies, Brennan?
I say fishing, and then obviously I'm from Colorado, so skiing is a big one, but obviously not much here in Iowa in the Midwest.
Awesome. All right, let's have a great week.
Let's do it. Sounds good.
Former team captain, former Hawkeye of last year's outstanding Iowa baseball team, Brennan Duriggi, on our pregame show from Banks. We'll talk to Coach Heller next. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
A bag of corn is, well, a bag of corn. Unless it's a bag of Pioneer brand Chrome seed corn. Then you're dealing with the most optimized yield potential, agronomic performance, and insect protection the Pioneer lineup has to offer. A bag that will make life easier for you. 8 bushels per acre easier. And much harder for rootworms than the competition. Pioneer brand Chrome products. Field proven and ready for yours. Visit pioneer.com/plantchrome.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball today, hosting the Bradley Braves. We're joined by head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller. Coach, opening up a 5-game homestand today. See if the Hawks can build some momentum.
Yeah, and it's always good to be home. Fortunately, the 80-degree weather left us. Sent us 35-mile-an-hour winds, but we'll always be glad to be at home and hopefully get ourselves on a good roll.
What were some of your biggest takeaways from the series in Columbus against Ohio State, Coach?
It was a mixed bag. I mean, I thought we played hard, really hard the first two days. Got beat on Friday just because we made too many mistakes, but competed hard. And then Saturday we came out and Marcus Morgan stepped up and delivered his best pitching performance of the year, which we really needed. I mean, couldn't have came at a better time, and we win a tight 3-2 ball game and get out of the ninth out of a self-inflicted jam that we put ourselves in, and we end up surviving and getting a win. And was super excited to go out on Sunday and see what we could do. And Brody was having to pitch with a little bit of nagging oblique issue, and we scored a run in the first inning and, had an opportunity to maybe get a run or two more, but, happy with putting the run on the board right out the bat. And then, we go out in the second and have second and third and one out and don't score. Same thing in the fifth, and had some opportunities maybe to break that game open early before they did. And unfortunately, they broke it open in the fifth with a big inning with 5 runs, and then our bullpen didn't pitch very good at all. And you really saw the matchup situation that you and I talked about multiple times over the weekend with 8 lefties in the lineup, and some of the guys that had to throw on Sunday have not done a great job of getting the lefties out, and they made us pay with. They only had 10 runned us 11-1, but they only had 10 hits, but 4 were home runs and 2 were doubles. And on a day when the wind was blowing out, we proceeded to hit about 18 ground balls and got ourselves out. I think guys were pressing, trying to do too much, and we didn't get any in the air, and we didn't have an extra base hit Saturday and Sunday. So that was about as dismal a performance by our offense as we've had all year. And we had Andy Nelson back, but he was not quite full speed, obviously, and didn't have Peterson. And then, some of the guys that have been really consistent all season long are starting to hit a little skid, and it just couldn't be a worse time for that to happen. So we're hopeful that we get back home, and tonight Peterson's going to DH. We'll see how that goes. And Andy feels like he's running better than he was this weekend. And so we'll have those two in the lineup tonight, at least for a while. And the thing about baseball that's different maybe than some sport, I think it's probably pretty close in all the sports, but baseball especially, is that when you do get hurt and you miss a bunch of games, and you miss them quick, and it takes time even when you come back to get your timing back and to get back into it. It's rare that you see a guy jump right back in the mix and start tearing the cover off the ball, and you really hope for that, especially with the situation we put ourselves in the conference coming up this weekend. But overall, it's good to have those guys back in the lineup and step in the right direction. And we need the bullpen to throw a bunch of good innings tonight against Bradley and hopefully get the week started off right.
Offensively, Coach, you have one of the best in the conference.
Yep.
So with the weekend that was at Ohio State, do you have to change anything, or is it just a fresh start?
Well, I think it's more the two guys that are out.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it amounts to. And, we really hadn't hit a skid of any kind this year. It was, 30-plus games of really consistent offense. Some days better than others, but for the most part, we executed at a high rate, and we're getting production up and down the lineup. And then it seemed like as soon as Andy and Sam went out, that changed, and wasn't expecting that. I thought that those guys would step up and keep it going, but Ray Tortello went into a little bit of a skid compared to where he was, and Davis Kopp did as well, and Reese Moore did, and Huck hasn't been going at tearing it up. Gable Mitchell's the one who really picked it up, and we got some good production out of the replacements. Mulfer had his share of good days, and Connor Hennings had his share of good days. It was the everyday guys that had been getting the job done that went into a bad place for a while, and it couldn't have been at a worse time. And the harder you try, the worse it gets. And so we just try to keep things, go back and do things you were doing when things were good, and try not to do too much. And everybody always thinks it's their swing right away, and 9 times out of 10 it's just concentration and pitch selection. And that was the message as we headed out today was, we were good because we did a great job of not chasing outside the zone. We did a great job of getting our swing off when we did get a pitch in the zone. We're happy getting our walks. We're happy taking a hit by pitch, whatever you got to do to get on base. When we were doing that, things were going great. When we stopped doing that, it hasn't been very good. So let's get back to who we are and not try to do too much, and just take what they give us and be prepared to get your swing off if you do get a good pitch to hit, and go from there.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller, on our pregame show from Banks today. Do you believe that a sense of urgency would be a positive thing for this team? Not that that's ever really been lacking, but do you sense that your team has a sense of urgency right now?
Well, I don't know. We won't know until we play today and this weekend. But if we don't, then it's not in there. But like you said, it's never really been an issue. This season it's been a strange one, where the majority of it has been great, except for a lot of free bases on the mound that has cost us ball games. And you take those out, and we've only lost 3 or 4 games. I mean, we've scored enough runs. We played good enough defense. We've had our share of guys who did step up on the mound, but just the overall consistency of it, giving up big innings and having to go to the bullpen way too early on the weekends in all 3 games. I mean, you just can't sustain that. And, and if that's who we are, that's who we are. We just have to try to keep fighting and finding ways to win enough games to get us into the tournament. And hopefully, you get hot and some guys figure things out from there. But, with Brody dinged up a little bit and not for sure what's going to happen with him this weekend. And, that would be, a few more innings that we'd have to try to replace if that happened. But, that was what I told the guys, though. You just got to, I sensed that when things started to go downhill, once we didn't have Peterson and Nelson, that the hitters felt defeated, that like we couldn't, if we gave up a big inning on the mound after we had a 2-run lead, it just felt like it was the end, and that can't happen. And, the ask I had of them was, we do need to play with a sense of urgency. We need to fight. We need to fight with everything we have. We need to pick that thing that if I told you we were going to do to you, that it would make you forget all of the BS and all of the uncontrollables and just go fight for your life. Whether you're stealing your lunch money or, like for some of you, it's the end. You're never going to play again, you know. And if somebody told me that, man, I'm sure as hell not worrying about the things I can't control. And that was my challenge to them, was find whatever that is, and that's what we need to fight like. It needs to be. I mean, we need to fight for our lives and do it in a no fear. Not being scared, but just fight. And if we win, we win. We lose. But let's go out fighting if we are going to go down. But I think there's a good chance we'll figure some things out and we'll find a way. The guys got, they work hard. They don't dwell on stuff. They show up every day with a great attitude, and I believe in them, and I know that we're capable, and you just hope that the pitchers can find a way to log a few more innings and eliminate a few free bases, and it'd make things a lot easier on everybody.
Coach, I have to imagine that speech fired him up, and if it didn't, then I don't know what we're doing here today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ultimately their team and their season, and I certainly hope there's enough fight in them that they won't go down easy if we do go down.
Turning our attention to this specific game in the midweek, Coach, what do we know about the Bradley Braves?
I just talking with Coach Dominguez, been friends for years and years, and he's had a really rough year with the injuries. He's lost all three of his starters on the weekend, multiple other pitchers, position players. I think they're down to 24 on the active roster. It's been a rough go for him, just from an injury standpoint. The one thing that worries you a little bit on a day like today is that the position players they do swing the bats well. Okay. They've got 3 or 4 guys that if you're given free bases and they come up, they can beat you. They can beat you with the bat, and that's the thing we got to try to avoid today. Is if one of those guys do get into one, it's a solo home run and not a 3-run or 4, or a grand slam or something like that. That would make things a challenge, because the wind, if you can get it to right center field over, I mean, it's gonna carry a little bit, but everywhere else it's gonna hold everything up. And so we've seen a lot of these days here at Banks, and they can go one way or another, and just depending on how well they locate on the mound. If their pitchers can throw inside to us all day long with our right-handed lineup, I mean, it's going to be a tough day. That was the thing that people were all concerned about, why we didn't hit against Michigan. Well, they pounded us in when the wind was blowing, and so you hit it into the wind. It's just one of those things,
right.
I mean, you can't force it that way. You got to get pitches to hit to take advantage of that, and let's hope that happens today. But if not, we just have to scrap and find a way to score runs and try to outscore them. And as always, play good defense behind those guys.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Let's get this homestand off to a good start.
All right, thanks, John.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller, on our pregame show from Banks. We're moments away from first pitch. It's Iowa and Bradley in this midweek contest. Back in just a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion. Like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Batting 8, catcher number 15, Nick Hosey.
John Leo and Brennan DeRiggi in the broadcast booth at Banks Field this afternoon. Iowa and Bradley in the midweek matchup before the Hawkeyes host the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. The starting lineups are being announced down on the field. We'll prepare for the national anthem in just a moment. But let's welcome in this week's color analyst, Brennan DeRiggi. I'm used to saying John Evans. It took a lot of focus there to say Brennan DeRiggi. But, Rig, it's great to see you. It's
good to see you.
Did this bring back any emotion for you? I feel like you could go out there and play right now?
No doubt. It's good to be back, but I'm glad to be up here with you, and I'm excited to see a Hawkeye win.
Broadcasting debut for you. This is probably the last we'll talk about this particular topic, Brennan. But do you have any aspirations to be a broadcaster down the line?
We'll see how this weekend goes, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we'll keep it about baseball. Okay, Iowa 18-15 on the season. Bradley 10-23. The Braves are struggling, as you heard from Coach Heller. They've got quite a few injuries that are really hurting them right now. Iowa, they're getting healthier. Sam Peterson and Andy Nelson are back in the lineup today. Andy a little bit closer to 100%. PD will DH today for the Hawks, so that's a good sign to help this offense out that struggled a little bit against Ohio State. Before we get set for the national anthem, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. All right, we'll step aside for today's national anthem. When we come back, we'll get you starting lineups and first pitch for Iowa and Bradley. Right after this is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Welcome back to the Nitrogen Stabilizers Draft.
Optonite technology, first pick, just like the last 46 years.
That's what we love about this sport. We just don't know.
We know. It keeps nitrogen in the corn's root zone for 8 weeks. Compare with 2 weeks for others.
With the first pick, farmers select
Optonite technology from Corteva Agriscience. That's it. I'm going for pretzel.
The pick is in. Optonite technology from Corteva Agriscience with Inserve and Instinct Next Gen Nitrogen Stabilizers.
We watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? John Swearinger.
All right, nicely done by the singer of the national anthem today. Had to battle some adversity with the car horn going off during the middle of it. Somebody better figure that out before we get too far into this game. All right, let's go over today's starting lineups. We'll go first with the Bradley Braves, 10-23 overall. They'll be led off by Ryan Vogel and then Bo Durbin and Timmy O'Brien. The middle of the order for the Braves, Logan Delgado, the DH, Tyrese Johnson out and right, Isaac Sobieschek, the third baseman, will bat sixth. 7, 8, 9, Cole Lucky, Nick Hosey, and Jackson Chatterton. For Iowa defensively, as they're about to take the field, from left to right on the infield, Raider Tello, Michael Seegers, Gable Mitchell, and Davis Kopp. In the outfield, left to right, Ben Wilmus, Kyle Huckstorf, and Andy Nelson. The starting catcher today is Reese Moore. And making his first start for the Hawkeyes is the right-handed sophomore from Adel, Iowa. This will be Gannon Archer. We'll see Archer start for the first time. He has 8 appearances with a 6.52 ERA, 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 10 hits, 7 earned. He's walked 7 but struck out 16. Opponents are batting .278 against Gannon Archer as he and the Hawkeyes take the field for this midweek matchup with the Bradley Braves. All right, Brennan, here come the Hawkeyes. Wasn't too long ago that you were doing that as Iowa's first baseman last year on that incredible team that made a regional, won a couple games at the regional. And Nice moment. Great season, Iowa, trying to get back to a regional this year, hitting a few roadblocks so far, but plenty of time to go in this season. You were one of the leaders of the team last year. In a situation like this for the Hawkeyes, we'll talk about it as the broadcast goes on, but Hawks running into a couple of problems, but leadership-wise, Iowa probably has a good core out there of some of your former teammates. Guys like Sam Peterson and Kyle Huckstorf, guys that you played with last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this is still the group that can do it, and there's the guys that have been in that situation before, and they're ready to do it this year. I think it's just got to take some time and gel together, but I think we're at that point in the season now where the rubber is going to hit the road. We're going to see some things start to change.
Midweek games, Brennan, we talked about them a little bit before the broadcast. They have to be a little bit challenging compared to the conference series that you're typically used to playing. What are some of the challenges with a midweek game that you experienced?
No doubt. I think the biggest thing, we always talk about Friday night, you'll see Iowa's offense, especially last year and sometimes this year, they're coming out against top arms in the country, and you'll see them jump on some pitchers right away, and you'll wonder, why can't we do that all the time? And we call it the Friday night focus. So the big thing here is preparing for this game like it's the Friday night, like you're facing a Emmett Olson type arm or top arm in the conference, and just get out there after each guy and make sure we're getting ours on each inning this week, or each at bat.
Yeah, it's got to be tough in these midweek games because both teams typically do the bullpen type of deal, right? And so that has to be hard as a hitter. You were a great hitter for the Hawks. It has to be hard seeing a new pitcher basically every at bat.
Absolutely. It's harder to plan. It's harder to go through game plan, but that means that you just got to stick to what you're doing and stick to your beliefs and your process even more than that.
We've talked about Coach Sutherland and his scouting and how he goes about things. Some of the best in the business,
no doubt,
with that, and to prepare the hitters for situations like these midweek games. Pitching and defense, you come in, if you're going to midweek bullpen a game and throw in a new pitcher every inning from the pitching aspect, those guys that are out in the bullpen, they've got one job, get 3 outs, not really asking you to go any further, right?
Absolutely, yep.
All right, we're moments away from first pitch. As Gannon Archer is on the mound, Ryan Vogel is in the box. He's a right-handed hitter, starting center fielder for the Braves. Archer's ready, out of the windup, the right-hander deals, and that is inside for ball one. The umpires today behind the plate is Cody Oakes. Down the line at first is Daniel Grave. Out at second is Ramon Hernandez, and over at third is David Condon. 1 ball and no strikes. Archer's ready. Here's the pitch to Vogel. He hits it in the air. Shallow center. Huckstorf sprinting forward. Mitchell goes back. The second baseman, Gable Mitchell, makes the play for the first out.
A little bit of that wind there already, and it's 6 o'clock. We got to deal with that throughout the rest of the game here today.
Yeah, wind is blowing from left to right. I'd say out to right today. It's a sunny evening in Iowa City, but the wind going left to right. You always had to be on your toes at first base with this Banks wind.
That crosswind.
Really tough. A little bit different than what we experienced at Ohio State on Sunday with the wind blowing out to straight center and 80 degrees. It's still a pretty nice night at the ballpark as Bo Durbin steps in, left-handed hitter. Iowa's had a lot of practice pitching to left-handed batters. 8 of 9 hitters for Ohio State on Sunday were left-handed. There's strike one from Archer, goes with the breaking ball. Caught the middle part of the zone, and it's 1-1. Durbin is the starting second baseman for the Braves. 1-1 from Archer is outside with the fastball. It's 2-1.
That umpire not giving the outside edge there early. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, we've typically kept a pretty close eye on the strike zone as it plays a factor for the for the pitcher and the batter. 2-1. There's a breaking ball just high above the letters. Gannon's really featured that curveball with a lot of bump to it, but he throws it kind of like a 12-6, and it has the tendency sometimes to stay high when it misses. He hasn't missed it low too often in his Hawkeye career. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch to Durbin. This is also lifted in the air, but to left. Ben Wilmus is out there, the Hawkeye left fielder. He'll make the grab for the second out. Sam Peterson back in the lineup, but he is the DH. And so Wilmus playing out in left. Looks pretty good for Archer in this start.
Absolutely. That was a big win there, 3-1. To be down and be able to come up with your best fastball there and get the out is huge, especially against a dangerous hitter like Durbin.
Here's Timmy O'Brien, the starting first baseman for Bradley. Right-handed hitter. Archer winds and fires. Another fly ball. This one hit much better to center. Huckstorf going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and he watches it go.
106 exit speed there. That was definitely using the wind, but also just mostly his own power right there, hitting that 90-mile-an-hour fastball out to right center.
Just to the right of the batter's eye, and Bradley's on the board first with a solo shot, and it's 1-0. It comes with 2 outs, too. That's something that's really hurt the Hawks this year, the RBIs with 2 outs that Iowa has allowed.
Absolutely.
Couldn't quite have the clean inning. Timmy O'Brien with a home run. O'Brien with his 5th home run of the season. Here's Logan Delgado as the DH for the Braves with 2 outs, bases empty. Left-handed hitter.
8 doubles, 3 home runs, and 21 RBIs on the season.
1 ball and no strikes. The pitch from Archer. There's the curveball, catches the upper portion of the zone. That's a strike, 1-1. Delgado batting .342 for the Braves, second best batting average on the team. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch fouled back. Archer in a good
fastball there.
Yeah. Archer with a sharp fastball, low outside part of the plate, but Delgado got a piece of it. Do you think if you're Gannon here, you go back to the curveball, or you try to heat him up with the fastball again?
I think he looked uncomfortable on the first 2 curveballs. I'd look to see if Gannon's going to go here to the breaking ball again.
1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Archer's ready. Out of the windup, here's the pitch. Goes with the breaking ball, but bounced it, and it's 2-2.
There's the low one you were wanting earlier.
Yeah.
There it is. See if we can raise it up just a little bit more. Still got 1 pitch to play with.
Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Archer looking to get the 3rd out of the inning. It's 1-0 Bradley on a solo home run to right center. Here's the 2-2. That's low and out, ball 3. Full count for Delgado with Tyrese Johnson on deck. Here's the windup from Archer and the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
Archer with some high heat, and he gets the strikeout to end the top of the first. We'll be back right after this. Iowa trailing 1-0. Andy Nelson, Sam Peterson, and Raider Tello are due up for the Hawks in the bottom of the first. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Brown Deer Golf Club offers a pure golf experience. Manicured bent grass fairways with tees and greens carved into gracefully rolling landscape. Challenging, yet extremely playable. Improve your game with PGA instruction and our full-service pro shop. Treat yourself to Bunker's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. And our scenic Greenview Banquet Room is perfect for weddings or any special event. Brown Deer Golf Club, a stunning country club setting at affordable public rates.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Iowa trails Bradley 1-0 in the bottom of the first. The Hawkeyes will send Andy Nelson, Sam Peterson, and Raider Tello to the box in this half inning. If any of those 3 get on, we'll see Davis Kopp and then Reese Moore and Kyle Huckstorf. 7-8-9 for the Hawkeyes today. Gable Mitchell, Ben Wilmus, and Michael Seegers. The starting pitcher for Bradley today is a right-hander. This is Braden Marks. He's 1-3 on the season. He's got an ERA of 7.76 over 26 and 2/3 innings. He's given up 29 hits, 27 runs, 23 of which have been earned, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts for Marks. 5 doubles allowed, 3 triples, and 5 home runs. So there's some extra base hit possibility that Marks allows as Andy Nelson comes to the box. Teams are hitting .276 against Marks. Iowa down 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Here's Andy Nelson. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Nelson getting back to full speed on his way there. Really gritted it out against Ohio State this weekend. Marks, the right-hander, out of the stretch only. 1-0 pitch to Nelson. Popped up. Right side into foul ground. Looks like it'll find the seats over to the right, and it will. Foul ball, 1-1.
Love to see that good aggressive swing early on that fastball. That's an awesome start for Andy.
Just a solo home run for Bradley in the first. Iowa had, or without Peterson at Ohio State, he's in the on-deck circle as the 1-1 is lined into center. Center fielder Vogel is there. He'll make the catch for the first out. So now we'll get a look at Sam Peterson, who's Iowa's DH today.
Interesting to see how he moves back into the lineup now with that leg injury, lower leg injury. See how he's feeling on that front leg when he's landing.
Yeah, I don't believe you had a game off last year, did you? I think you played in almost all of them.
I think I did all 62.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I guess maybe your experience here will be a little bit different, but it's got to be somewhat difficult to come right back into the lineup after sitting for a couple of weeks. Peterson takes outside corner for strike 1. See how PD works back into the fold, but getting him some at-bats in the midweek against Bradley.
No doubt. I think that this is a good day to get back in there with the wind blowing out and sunny and basically get in there before the Big Ten weekend.
Right. No balls and a strike to Peterson. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sam chased up and in. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes for Peterson as Marks gets back on the rubber. Right-hander is ready. Here's the pitch to Peterson. Up and in, almost hit him. He backs away from the plate. Sam really crowds the plate.
A little bit of movement in the Hawkeye bullpen here. Maybe see a whole staff day, 9 pitchers, 9 innings. We'll have to see how that plays out.
Seems to be what the Hawkeyes have elected to do in the midweeks. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Petey. Called third strike, low outside corner. 2 down. The Hawks in the first.
Good pitch there, coming high and in and then back away off the plate. It's hard to change the eye level there and chase the fastball on both sides of the plate there.
Looks like that came back in the zone just a little bit on the outer half.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here comes Raider Tello, Iowa's third baseman. 2 outs, bases empty. Marks off to a good start for Bradley, just like Archer was in the first for Iowa. And the 3-hitter for the Braves hit a solo home run. Raider Tello in a similar position now. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch to Raider. Outside off the plate with the fastball. Raider batting .367 for the Hawks. 11 doubles and 4 home runs for Tello. 1-0 is lined foul over to the right. 1-1.
Good swing there.
It seems like teams have really tried to pitch Iowa outside the past couple of weekends. And so interesting to watch the approach of the Hawkeye hitters.
Especially with that wind blowing out to the right today.
Just go with it, right?
Absolutely.
1 ball and a strike to Tello. Marks is ready. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, we tried to.
Yeah, really put a charge into that. Hit it foul over to the right. You see a good approach from Raider in that situation.
Absolutely, especially with 2 strikes.
Tello back in the box. A ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Marks comes set. Kicks and fires. Grounded foul over to the left. Good hang by Raider. 2 strikes.
Good early hustle by our guy John there. Got to shut him out once.
There you go. He's got the Cedar Rapids Colonel season has started, so we see him most of the time, but occasionally he'll be missing. But Cedar Rapids, 1-2 to Tello. Lined again, foul over to the right. Trying to find some grass between the white lines. Been a lot of fastballs from Marks. Haven't seen too much off speed from him.
I think especially in the midweek here, he's going to come right at the hitters. Not trying to waste any time with any of them.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch to Rader. That's low and out.
Good take there.
That was one of the breaking balls, one of the off-speed pitches from Marks. It's almost like Rader anticipated that.
Absolutely. He looks like he's looking for it.
I think maybe come back to the fastball now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The delivery to Tello. Here it is. Another hard foul ball over to the right. Jacobson Building's taking a beating when Rader's in the box. If you can straighten one of these out.
Center fielder starting to shade him over to the right here.
Make that hurt. Make that shift. Make him pay for that. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball left side through into left field. Diving third baseman Sobieschek couldn't come up with it. Raiders trying to stretch this into a double. Here's the throw. He's in safely. A hustle double for Tello. He salsas into second. And he's in scoring position for Davis Kopp.
Good swing there. Hung in there on all the heaters and finally got a breaker over the middle of the plate they could do some damage on and hit it 102 down the line.
2 out base hit kind of puts a charge into some momentum for the Hawkeye bats.
Absolutely. Huge to see. Any base run in this first inning is great to see.
That brings up Davis Kopp. Davis starting at first base for Iowa today. Been moved into that role with Andy being banged up just a little bit. First pitch to Davis. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Davis batting .322 for the Hawks. Seen that number go up really since that Ole Miss series. A very good month. Late March, early April. Marks checking on Tello at second base. The 1-0 is outside for ball 2.
Good take there. That's the outside edge again.
When you were in these positions as a hitter, Brennan, a 2-0 count, is that big-time green light for you, or were you very selective?
I think still selective, but you're definitely in the driver's seat looking for something you can hammer.
2 balls, no strikes to Kopp. Here's the pitch. Line drive, 1 hopper to second. It's juggled there. Kopp hustling down the line, but he's thrown out at first base to end the threat for the Hawks in the first. It's a double for Tello, but a ground out from Kopp ends any threat for Iowa in the first. We'll go to the second. 1-0 Bradley. Back in just a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Top of the second in Iowa City. Brennan Duriggi filling in for John Evans this week.
I'm John Leo in the broadcast booth at Banks. New pitcher into the game for the Hawkeyes is Reese Buter, redshirt junior, right-hander from Cedar Falls. Reese will be the first call out of the bullpen. 9 2/3 innings this year for Buter. He's allowed 17 hits, 15 earned runs. He's struck out 12. Reese is making his 10th appearance as a Hawkeye. Positive momentum for Buter. He's been working himself back into the weekend fold and getting some work here in the second inning against Bradley. The Braves lead at 1-0 on a solo home run in the top of the first. Iowa went down quietly in the bottom half. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for Bradley. Johnson, Sobieschek, and Lucky. Buter, the right-hander, is ready. Out of the windup, he deals to Tyrese Johnson. Ball one low and in. Johnson, the starting right fielder for the Braves, batting .257, 25 strikeouts on the year. See if Reese can deal a few strikes. There's a strike, low outside corner. Zipped that in at 94. One pitch on its way home from Reese. Hit in the air to right. This could carry back. Nelson moves back in front of the track. Andy's got it for the first out of the Bradley second.
Looking forward to seeing some Hawkeye bullpen arms here today. Hopefully get some quick innings, get some efficient innings, and get some confidence going into this weekend. Maybe add a piece or two before we head into this weekend.
Sure. Isaac Sobieschek is the batter for the Braves now. Starting third baseman, right-handed hitter. Outside corner, strike one from Buter. At 95, he pops the mitt. A lot of zip on Reese's fastball.
No doubt.
Keep working that outside edge. Reese Moore setting up a little bit inside. Here's a ground ball, left side foul past Tello at third. 0-2. Reese in a good spot here.
Absolutely. He's in the driver's seat.
It typically goes with a chase pitch or two in this situation. You almost like to see Reese try to throw it by him again. He's got that hard fastball really working early.
No doubt. I think he's got him uncomfortable. Might as well go at him here.
Moore setting up outside. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled back to the screen. Yeah, went with it, didn't he?
Yep.
Sobieschek just got a piece of it and fouled it back. Buter's been working on developing the slider. So far, the fastball has looked good. Here comes the 0-2. Goes with the slider there. It's grounded foul to Tello at third. Much better pitch there from Reese on the breaking ball.
Now you got him where you want him. You can go either fastball here or a slider again.
Mm-hmm.
It's got him in between.
Sobieschek really choked up on the bat, trying to shorten his swing. Here comes the 0-2. Blooped left side. Tello goes back. Seegers is over. Michael dives. He made the play for out number 2.
Good catch there.
That's like clockwork for Michael, isn't it? He's such an outstanding defensive shortstop.
Left fielder, number 29.
It's the second out of the inning. Buter looking for a clean one as Cole Lucky comes up with 2 outs and the base is empty. Bradley leads at 1-0 in the second. A little bit of a shift on for Lucky. The right-handed hitter swings through the fastball from Buter. That's the hardest pitch we've seen him throw today at 96. He's feeling it. 0-1 is grounded left side. Buter comes off the mound. Reese fields it. Gonna have to hurry. Throw to first is in time.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no
to retire Lucky. Bradley's asking for a review, and we'll see if the Braves do challenge it. Looks like the umpires will come together.
Tough play there, ranging to his right. Maybe being able to make that throw there is pretty impressive.
With
your eyes, Brennan, what do you think? I think it was close.
It was close. It's hard to tell from up here. That was close for sure.
They do have a replay booth now down the right field line, something we didn't have last year. And the umpires are going over to review the play at first. Look close. I think I'm glad I don't get a second look at it. I'd be afraid of what I'd see, I think. We'll see. Still a very athletic and strong play by Buter to come off the mound, collect himself, and make a nice throw over to first. You sometimes see the pitchers come off the mound and they rush it over to first base, and it gets somewhat dangerous there with a poor throw possibility. But Buter did a nice job to at least get the ball accurately to first base. We'll see if Lucky beat it out. Taking a look at it down the right field line. Hawkeye Baseball is brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants, and more located just minutes south of Iowa City. 1-0 Bradley in the top of the second. The Hawkeyes will have Reese Moore, Kyle Huckstorf, and Gable Mitchell come to the plate when we get to the bottom of the second. Hopefully don't have to see another Bradley batter in this inning, but the replay down the right field line is taking place, so we'll have to just wait and see. Otherwise, a really good inning from Reese Buter. Clean inning with a couple of fly-outs and then a ground out where he potentially made a really nice play coming off the mound. We'll wait and see what the verdict is as home plate umpire Cody Oakes is taking a look at it, along with Ramon Hernandez.
Buter, former teammate of Llewellyn at junior college. I wonder if they worked on those pitcher fielding practices there. Llewellyn was always good at those.
I saw a clip earlier today, Brennan, of Luke getting that big strikeout to win that game against North Carolina in Terre Haute. When we get that to win that game, that first game of the regional, and just it brought back a little bit of emotions for me watching that video and seeing that clip. Just a really great time. All right, they've come out of the replay booth. He is out at first base, so the call stands. And a 1-2-3 inning for Reese Butane Buter. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Iowa trailing 1-0. Back in just a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, a 24-hour fitness center, a pool, a hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Iowa trailing Bradley in the early going. It's 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Reese Moore will lead off this inning for the black and gold. Iowa wearing their black alternates today with the white ball caps and the black bill in the field. Script Iowa spelled out in gold across the chest. John and I have talked about this before, but Brendan, this is one of my favorite uniform combinations. Apparently they're not as comfortable though for the batters. I think we only wore them once or twice last year when you were here, but they look really sharp. They just don't feel great, I guess, to wear.
Absolutely. I think it's also some superstition there with Rick.
Oh, yeah?
That's how he works with the uniforms.
Reese Moore offers at the first pitch. He missed it. That's strike one. Bradley rolling with Braden Marks for the second inning. So Rick might not love them as much to wear them more than just in a midweek every once in a while, huh?
Yeah, uniforms only get 1 or 2 chances with Rick. If they don't go so well in the beginning, then they kind of get put in the back of the closet.
0-1 to Moore, drops low and in. That's a ball. Iowa has, 5 or 6 uniform combinations that we regularly see. This one is probably, I'd call it the alternate just because it's the rarest one that the Hawks wear. 1 ball and a strike. Here's the pitch to Reese. Outside for ball 2.
There's about 2 or 3 more combos in there that they still that you haven't seen yet either. So we'll see if they can break those out at some point this year.
On one of the Sunday games last week, I think maybe it was Minnesota, switched up the hat that we wore with that combination. 2-1 to Moore,
Good
ripped
swing.
into right. That is down for a base hit, and he'll get to the wall. Reese is around first, headed for second. Moore is in with a stand-up double to begin the second inning for the Hawks.
109 there off the bat. That ball was slammed into the gap. Really good swing.
Really nice-looking motion for Reese. John and I have talked about it before. Thinking back to your swing here, there's really nothing better than a smooth left-handed swing that makes really good contact. And Reese with a good charge into that one in the right center gap. Kyle Huckstorf is the batter for Iowa, trying to tie it up. A base hit would likely do that. Huge gap in left center for Kyle if he could get around on one, hit it over the shortstop's head. Nobody out for Huck with Reese at second base. First pitch to Huckstorf, low and out. Backhand stop by the catcher, Hosey there. A day like today, Brennan, with the wind blowing out to right, you were probably, as a left-handed hitter, licking your chops to get in the batter's box.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were a big pull hitter with a lot of power. 1-0 pitch to Huckstorf. Inside corner, strike one. You did have some opposite field power, though, too, but would you classify yourself primarily as a pull hitter back in your day?
I would think so. I think that's what the other teams would classify me as with most of those shifts to the right side.
1 ball, 1 strike to Huckstorf. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate inside for ball 2.
Really good take there.
Yeah, that fastball had a little bit of run to the inside part of the zone, and then it drifted out, so Kyle stayed away. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch to Huckstorf. Ground ball up the middle, and that will get through into center field. Moore's around third. He'll score. Huck is digging for 2. Here's the throw. Kyle's safe as the infielder couldn't grab the ball on a hop. Huckstorf brings home Iowa's first run. We're tied at 1 in the second.
Great hustle there. Softly hit single up the middle, able to get to second base. Not excited just about the RBI, but trying to advance this game. That's pretty cool there.
I really couldn't believe that shift that the outfield had on for Bradley there.
Wow.
I know Kyle can take it to right, but man, he is a gap hitter to left center. Center fielder was playing deep in the gap in right center against Huck.
Absolutely.
Nobody out for Gable Mitchell. The switch hitter will go from the left side. He squares to bunt, bunts it foul over to the left.
Good idea there.
Yeah, he's got so much speed and really good control of the bat this year, and almost been anticipating Mitchell to bring this into his game a little bit more, the bunt for hit situation. And with Huckstorf at second base, just to get him to third with less than 2 outs would be crucial. No balls and a strike. The pitch to Gable. Fouled off the end of the bat over to the left. It's 0-2.
Good swing there with the big gap in the infield to the left side, trying to get that ball over that way.
Mitchell's actually been a really nice offensive threat for the Hawkeyes. Great contact hitter, up over 300 with the batting average. Huck takes off for third. The pitch is high. Throw to third is into left field and all the way down the line. And so Huckstorf will score, and the Hawkeyes have the 2-1 lead.
Really good base running there all the way around the bases, even from the hit just to that stolen base there. That was pretty impressive.
Very aggressive for Huckstorf. He kind of had that vaulting lead. You don't see Iowa do that too much, but the guys that are the speediest, like Huckstorf, he can kind of hop, and take off and run, and he forced a poor throw from Hosey behind the plate.
Absolutely. With his 10th and 11th bag there.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Mitchell. Base is now empty for him. 2-1 Iowa. Nobody out. The pitch to Gable. Outside. He laid off, got his feet going like he wanted to offer at it, but good discipline there. Count even at 2. Marks comes set. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. Swing and a foul ball. Boy, barely got a piece of it, knocked it into the ground. Almost a drop third strike situation there, but Gable stays alive. Mitchell hit his first home run of his career last week in the midweek against St. Thomas. On a day similar to this with the wind blowing over to right. 2-2, outside for ball 3.
Good complete at bat here, battling from the first pitch all the way here to the full count. See if he can capitalize.
Mitchell, your teammate last year, played every once in a while. As the 3-2 is low and in for ball 4, gets to the backstop, but Gable draws the walk. He's such a hard-nosed, scrappy player, and he's a tough out in situations like that where he just won't go down quietly, and he draws the walk there.
Absolutely.
Left fielder, number 19, Ben Willis.
Good start to the inning for Iowa. It's 2-1. The Hawks have played it a couple of runs on back-to-back doubles. Reese Moore and Kyle Huckstorf. Huck used his speed to get around and score. And now Mitchell is on first base. Here's Ben Wilmus. He'll bat for the Hawkeyes, starting in left. Mitchell takes off. The pitch is low. Throw down to second base, not in time. Mitchell swipes second and instantly in scoring position.
We've seen two stolen base threats get on base with Kyle and Gable, and they've both taken off within the first 3 pitches. I wonder if that's the strategy here today for Rick and the Hawkeyes.
One of the strengths that this team has had coming into the year has been the speed, trying to get into more situations where they can use it. There's a strike on the outside corner to Wilmus. It's 1-1. Ben, another batter for the Hawkeyes that good control of the bat, hard to get out, knows how to get on base. He got a .417 on-base percentage, batting just .256, but Ben trying to get hot down the home stretch. Here's the 1-1 to Wilmus. Breaking ball, catches the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Tough pitch. You can see Wilmus didn't like it there, but breaking ball that came in, front shouldered him, and back right on the back corner of the plate.
And now really anything's open for Marks to throw to Wilmus. Now he's gone outside and in. A ball and 2 strikes. The delivery outside, gets away from the catcher. Mitchell will take off for third.
Really good base running so far in these first 2 innings.
Great read of those pitches, right? Where it's, whether you see it in the dirt or you see it get away from the catcher just for a moment like that. Now the corners come in a bit for the Braves. 2-2, here's the pitch to Wilmus. Outside corner, called a third strike. And Ben is down on strikes. Just caught the edge there. That's out number 1.
Shortstop, number 10, Michael Seegers.
1 out for Michael Seegers. He's got Mitchell at third base. A ground ball to the right side, probably be good news for the Hawks. Middle infield playing back against Michael.
A lot of options here for Siegs. Let's root for him to get it done here early.
2-1 Iowa in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Michael, low and out. Good discipline to start the at-bat. Michael's in play to maybe drop down a bunt in this situation.
Absolutely, lots of options.
Corners stay in for Bradley. Count is 1-0 to Michael. Here's the pitch from Marks. Outside again, ball 2. Bradley wearing red tops today. They've got white baseball pants, red caps in the field. Two balls and no strikes. Seegers in control of the count. Here's the pitch. Low and out for ball 3.
Good take there. Tough pitch.
One of those situations, right, where it's 2-0, you're in control, but unless that pitch is something great that you really want to offer at, it's a good take.
Especially the guy on third.
3 balls, no strikes. You think red light here for Michael? He
Might
does
be,
have does have the red light, and that's largely because the pitch was out of the zone. Ball 4. Michael draws the walk. Boy, it feels like a big inning on the rise here for the Hawks. We'll have a mound visit for Bradley. They do not have anybody throwing in their bullpen, so they're pitching this a little bit different than the Hawkeyes are today. It looks like they're trying to get Marks into the fold and give him some run a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably their strategy here, coming up with a little bit lighter on the bullpen after a couple big weekends in a row. We'll see how they can play that for the next 9 innings.
2-1 Iowa in the bottom of the second. Runners at the corners now for the top of the order in Andy Nelson. Home plate umpire Cody Oakes going out to break up the mound visit. 1 out in the inning for Iowa. Mound visit wrapping up for the Braves. Pretty good crowd on hand today for a midweek. A little bit of a later start time at 6 o'clock. We'll go at 6 o'clock on Friday as well with Rutgers in town. 6, 2, and 1 this weekend. Those are your start times. It's the Scarlet Knights, who just took 2 of 3 from Nebraska, so they're coming in with a bit of momentum. Beat Monmouth yesterday 19-4. Strike one to Andy Nelson on the low outside corner. Andy flied out to center in the bottom of the first. It's 2-1 Iowa. The Hawks with 3 hits so far. All 3 are doubles. Coach Heller talked about in the pregame, Iowa lacking a little bit in the extra base hit department. Nelson skies it into center. Vogel's underneath it. We'll see if it's deep enough to score the run from third. The catch is made. Here comes Mitchell down the line from third. He'll score with ease, and it's 3-1 Iowa on the sac fly from Andy Nelson.
Good baseball there. I'm sure Andy would have liked to get in the hit there, but taking the pitch up the middle and being able to drive it to the outfield and get a run is really big in that situation.
Hitter Sam Peterson.
Seegers remains at first base for the Hawkeyes. Here comes Sam Peterson. Struck out looking his first time up. 3-1 Iowa in the second. Seegers seems like he wants to go, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Twitching a little bit. Here's the pitch. Stays put. Petey grounds it foul left side.
Good to see Petey aggressive there on this, coming back today in that second at bat.
Sam has been pretty well known this year to swing at that first pitch. Why waste any time, right? Go after it.
No doubt.
No balls and a strike for Peterson, looking to find a gap. There's a large one in right center. A room down the left field line for Peterson as the wind blows from left to right. 0-1. Seegers takes off. Petey swings and misses. Throw down to second is not quite in time. Petey swung over the top of that pitch. Seegers gets the stolen base, though. Now in scoring position for Peterson. Back in the lineup after missing a couple of weeks. Marks comes set. Seegers has a great lead at second base. Here comes the 0-2. That's outside with the breaking ball, 1-2. Couple of doubles in the inning for Iowa. Got things started. Reese Moore and Kyle Huckstorf. And a few walks and a sacrifice fly. It's 3-1 Iowa. Petey swings and misses. He's the third out of the second. Iowa takes the lead. It's 3-1. We'll bring you the third right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Top of the third inning at Banks this evening, 8-9-1 coming up for Bradley. It'll be Hosey, Chatterton, and Vogel. And the new pitcher into the game for the Hawkeyes is Brant Hogue. Brant is a left-handed senior from Sioux City. Spent some time at Iowa Western and also at Oklahoma State. Had a really nice outing this past weekend. Brant, the left-hander, will face 8-9-1 for the Braves. Hogue is making his 10th appearance. He's got an 0-1 record with a 9.39 ERA. 7 2/3 innings for Brant. 5 hits allowed. He has walked 8 but struck out 7. Teams are batting only 192 against him. So as long as Brant can be in the strike zone, he's been very effective for the Hawkeyes this year. 3-1 Iowa as we get to the top of the third.
Looking for Brant to get ahead of some of these Bradley hitters here early and establish his fastball.
That seems to be a key for Iowa. I guess just baseball generally. That first pitch strike was such a big deal last year for the Iowa pitchers, and it is an emphasis again this year. As Hogue out of the windup deals low and out for ball one. The difference this year compared to last maybe was, finishing the at bat as a pitcher.
Right.
Getting that. You get to 2 strikes pretty easy, but getting that 3rd strike or getting an out after that. Hogue is going to have the first out of the inning on a weak pop-up to Tello as Rader makes the catch, and Hosey is retired. Really good pitch low and in.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch right there. That's the fastball that we like to see with high spin rate and getting in on that left-handed hitter.
Hogue's arm slot kind of out wide. As you look at it from a batter's perspective, kind of about 2 o'clock, maybe 1:30. As you look at it from a clock. Another left-handed hitter in Chatterton is up. Pitch inside, almost hit him. Okay, started with Archer and then went to Buter and now Hogue. Brandt out of the windup. 1-0 pitch, catches the zone. It's 1-1. Jackson Chatterton, the starting shortstop for the Braves. 1-1, catches the inside corner. It's 1-2. Chatterton batting .227 for Bradley. He's got 35 strikeouts. He's on his heels here as Hogue deals the 1-2. Fights it off over to the left. Good pitch from Brandt.
Good pitch, good swing there. It was just good baseball right there.
Trying to go off speed, slider, out of the zone, outside. And the batter just flipped his hands at it. Fouled it off to stay alive. Here comes the 1-2 from Hogue. Similar pitch, this time Chatterton laid off, and it's outside for a ball. You see Davis Kopp over at first base shielding his eyes from the sun, looking right into it. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off over to the right. That's probably one of the challenging things about Banks over at first base.
Especially with the switched up start times depending on when you're playing throughout the week.
Right side, tough to play looking into the sun. Here comes the 2-2. That is just outside. Maybe a touch high from Hogue, and the count's now full. Nine doubles on the season for Chatterton. A little bit of power. Hogue lost him, though. Pitched low and outside. It's kind of one of those situations right there. Got to 1-2, but couldn't quite finish off the at-bat. Chatterton draws the walk. I'll bring up the top of the order, Ryan Vogel. Remember last year when the Hawkeyes played Bradley over in Peoria, a little bit of a hard time getting Vogel out. Very good hitter for the Braves. He was 3 for 3 a season ago and drew 2 walks. So he reached all 5 plate appearances, scored 3 runs in the leadoff spot for the Braves last year against the Hawkeyes, a game which Iowa won. It's 3-1 in the top of the third this evening. Hogue goes from the stretch. Left-hander is ready. Swing and a miss by Vogel.
There's that good fastball on the outer half still, or his arm side part of the plate, and I'm hoping to see him establish that pitch a couple more times here in this at-bat.
Certainly a pitch that Vogel really wouldn't be able to turn on and pull as a right-handed hitter if Brandt lives out there. There's the outside corner. A little change up there, maybe circle change up, and it's 1-2. Middle infield playing tight to the bag at second, hoping for a ground ball to start a double play. Hogue in a similar spot as he was with the last batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Drifted outside and away from the right-handed hitter. Counts even at 2 now.
Imagine he's going to go back to the fastball here with 2 changeups back-to-back, but we'll see if he triples up.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off over to the right. You were right. Another fastball from Hogue. Vogel just got a piece of it. Brandt requests a new baseball. Don't see too much of a slider from Brandt. Sticking to the fastball and the changeup in this at-bat with Vogel, who bounced out to second to start today's game. Popped up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hogue keeps the runner close. Here's the pitch. Lined foul over to the right.
I think that's that slider there for you.
Trying to come in the back door with it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Hogue looking for the strikeout. He'll try and move over to first base as Chatterton dives back in safely. Here's the 2-2 from Hogue. Swing and a miss. Got him with the changeup. Out in front and over the top. Hogue with a big strikeout for out number 2.
Really good pitch there.
Second baseman.
And that was a good battle between Hogue and Vogel. Crucial to keep Vogel off the base paths. Brandt will see another left-hander in Bo Durbin. Probably why Brandt was inserted in this 3rd inning, just based on how the Braves had lined up with so many left-handers coming to the plate.
Interested to see what other left-handed pitchers the Hawkeyes could have out of the bullpen here later on. Maybe Elliott.
Yeah, it's been an incredible run here. Iowa has seen so many left-handed pitchers, and then also a ton of left-handed batters in a number of these teams lately, especially Ohio State. Iowa's had their practice. Durbin takes outside for ball 1. Chatterton is the runner at first base for the Braves. It's a little bit of speed, 5 stolen bases. Pitch is outside, he's taken off for second. Moore will throw it late. And Chatterton gets there. Bradley has a couple of players that are up into double figures of stolen bases. Vogel has 10. Tyrese Johnson, who is in the middle of the batting order, he's got 13. Team lead. Something to keep track of. 2 balls and no strikes to Durbin. Here's Hogue's pitch on the outside corner. Catches the edge. It is 2-1.
Looks like we've got a lefty coming in for Bradley here. If not this next inning, the inning after that.
Somebody down in the bullpen getting loose. Count is 2-1. The pitch from Hogue is outside for ball 3. Missed out there a few times in this at bat. Hogue looking to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-1. That's a called strike, high outside corner. Count's now full.
Maybe a little bit of a pitcher-friendly call there, but the Hawks will definitely take it with that 3-1 count.
Brandt has been working the fastball on the outer portion of the plate on both sides. Here comes the 3-2. Fouled off over to the left. That'll find the screen. We'll do it again. Changeup has been a good pitch for Brandt. Struck Vogel out with it. See if he goes with it against Durbin. Another full count pitch on its way home. Line foul over the Bradley dugout, third base line.
Really good spoil there by the hitter, Durbin.
Nice location from Brandt. Would have been close to a called third strike. Maybe a little bit low and out.
Right on the edge.
Count is full. Hogue comes set, the pitch. Grounded to the right side. This will be a tough play. Mitchell fields it. Kopp covering the bag makes the play as Mitchell quickly flipped it to him for the 3rd out. Well, a 2-out walk for Bradley, but that's it. 3-1 Iowa. We're back for the bottom of the 3rd right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
New pitcher into the game for Bradley. We'll introduce him in just a moment, but first let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Iowa leads Bradley in the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-1 Hawkeyes, and Iowa will come to the plate with Tello, Kopp, and Moore due up for the black and gold with that 2-run lead. New pitcher into the game for Bradley is a left-hander. This is Jack Stellano making his 12th appearance. He's started 6 games, so he's able to go deeper into games. He has an 0-5 record with a 10.80 ERA. He's pitched 30 innings, given up 44 hits, 36 earned runs. He's walked more than he's struck out. He's walked 23, struck out 17. Teams are batting .344 against him with the opportunity to do some damage with extra base hits. He's allowed 11. First pitch to Rader is just below the knees, maybe a bit inside as well, ball 1. Tello doubled in the first, was stranded out there. Iowa leads 3-1 in the third. That's at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Infield protecting the corners against Tello. 1-1 is lifted over the shortstop's head. That'll get down for a base hit. Dropping in front of the left fielder, Lucky. Rader is on with a single. He's already got a 2-hit game going.
Really good swing there, staying up the middle. A slower pitch, maybe 75 miles an hour, and able to just get enough barrel on it to lift it over the shortstop's head.
Iowa has elevated a number of pitches today, something they oddly enough struggled to do at Ohio State on Sunday. With the wind blowing out to center, Iowa hit 20 ground balls. You know, part of our broadcast team, we kind of thought you couldn't try to do that, you know? It's just one of those bad luck days where Iowa just had to elevate it a couple times, but couldn't. Tello's the runner at first base. The batter is Davis Kopp. Davis grounded out to end the first for the Hawkeyes. It's 3-1 Iowa in the third. Davis takes a fastball high and out.
A little gamesmanship there, thrown over the pitch before on a Raider. 3 bags on the ear.
Teams seem to really like to keep him around the bag. Here's a line drive caught by the second baseman. Tello does a nice job to freeze and then retreat back to the bag. Davis with good contact, but a line out to the second baseman.
Tough swing there. Had a 106-mile-an-hour liner to the second baseman in the first swing, and then we had a 96, 2 hard hit balls right at the second baseman. But
Reese Moore. We'll see Reese Moore come up now. He doubled and scored in the second. Got things going for Iowa. Moore takes a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, Rader has gotten really good at diving back into first base. Believe it or not, teams have picked him quite a bit. We're still trying to figure out why. 1 ball and 1 strike to Moore. A lot of power in Reese's bat. He'll try a move over to first base again. Tello gets back without a dive this time. Moore is batting .337 for the Hawks. Even .500 slugging percentage. Here's a ground ball to second. This could be double trouble. Throw to second for one, over to first for the 4-6-3 double play. That'll do it for the third. Iowa leads 3-1. We're back in just a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
John Leo and Brennan DeRiggi, who's filling in for John Evans this week at the broadcast booth at Banks. It's a nice evening in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes out in front of the Bradley Braves 3-1 as we get to the top of the fourth. New pitcher into the game for the black and gold is right-handed sophomore from Dubuque. This is Aaron Savory. Savory making his 12th appearance of the season. He's got a 3-0 record with a 2.49 ERA. He's hurled 21 2/3 innings, given up 18 hits, but only 6 earned runs. Aaron has walked 8 batters. He struck out 25. Opponents batting .220 against. Savory has been a key piece of this Iowa bullpen. Usually one of the first guys in after the starter is removed from the game. So we'll see how Savory looks in the midweek against the 3, 4, and 5 hitters of the Bradley Braves, O'Brien, Delgado, and Johnson.
I like this matchup here, getting one of our best bullpen arms in against the middle of their order, get Aaron some confidence going into the weekend, hopefully for a efficient 1-2-3 inning.
Iowa had a 1-2-3 inning in the second from Reese Buter. So far, the pitching has been pretty good for Iowa to this point. Allowed just 1 hit. Savory, the right-hander, is ready. Out of the windup, the pitch to Timmy O'Brien is outside for ball 1. Reese couldn't quite catch up to that one. Savory fired it in there at 90 miles an hour. O'Brien, who hit the home run for the Braves in the first to give them a brief lead. Breaking ball caught the piece of the bat. So O'Brien, a little check swing, 1-1.
And Savory's bread and butter there, breaking ball. For those at home, 22 inches of horizontal break is about outrageous for a 75-mile-an-hour heater or breaker.
Goes with it again and gets a swing and a miss, even more that time with less speed, huh?
75, 74, that one was 24 inches of horizontal break.
Wow.
Right at the hitter's front shoulder and then dropping in for a strike down the middle.
Savory in a good spot here. The 1-2 on its way home. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the outside breaking ball. He went up even more, Brennan.
27 inches of horizontal break right there.
What is the batter seeing in that situation?
It's frisbee right starting at your head, and then as soon as you take a swing, it's about 6 inches further away from you than you'd like it to be.
It's almost like it has a magnet that won't attract to you. It's going away from you the whole time. 1 out for Logan Delgado. Aaron deals and hit him. That got away from Savory. Shouldn't hurt too bad. 75 miles an hour.
Similar pitch he threw to the hitter there before, O'Brien, but just happened to be a left-hand hitter this time with Delgado.
Right fielder Tyrese Johnson.
Here's Tyrese Johnson, the right fielder for the Braves. Flied out to right, first time up in the second. Ground ball foul over to the left. Just to the outside of Tello. Brennan DeRiggi will be with us in the booth all week through the Rutgers series coming up this weekend. One of the team captains of last year's Iowa baseball team. Used his graduate year after spending time at Wofford. Savary's 0-1 pitch is high and out for a ball. Big difference in terms of, I don't know, Wofford's not necessarily a Southern school, are they? Are they considered a Southern school?
I would say so in the South Carolina.
Okay.
Southern Conference.
Okay, so is there that big of a difference that, we talk about Northern baseball here. Did you feel that big of a difference coming from Wofford to Iowa, Brennan?
I wouldn't say that much bigger of a difference, but I would say that the weather is the biggest thing. When we were getting outside, inter-squatting in January, no issues, not thinking much about it. And then here, obviously, freezing, trying to get across into the indoor football facility early January, early February.
Did it take much for you to adjust to that, though, or by the time you were a fifth year here, you have it pretty well under wraps?
Yeah, pretty much under wraps.
2-1 pitch from Savary's outside. Now he's starting to miss with that breaking ball. It's 3-1.
I know Rick is one of the biggest endorsers of moving the college baseball season back just a little bit to even it out, and I don't think that's the worst idea, being on both sides of it. It's definitely an advantage to being able to play earlier in the year.
3 balls and a strike. The pitch from Savary outside. Aaron walks Johnson, so a couple of free bases, puts 2 runners on for Bradley. I think probably one of the hardest things that we talk about is starting the season. When you finally do start playing games, never at home. Every weekend is on the road for the first 4 weeks. I think back to what you had to do last year. We went to Texas Tech, but we started in Florida, and we went to Texas, and then Texas Tech all back-to-back. That had to be incredibly challenging.
No doubt. And I think, especially coming from Wofford, we would play 40, 45 games at home. And then last year, if you remember, we did 5, I think, or 6 weekends straight on the road. And then our first weekend home, we had to drive down to Kansas City and have a makeup game against South Dakota State just because of the weather here in the Midwest.
That trip down to Kansas City, that might have been the worst road trip we had last year, Brendan. That one was pretty rough. We were driving through the snow to get down there. It snowed while we were there, and we had a really tight game with South Dakota State. We ended up winning, but just the travel situation. That's a tough deal early for these northern schools. But
glad I'm not in charge.
Sure. So while you were at Wofford, some of the teams you play in the out of conference, you play like Clemson and stuff like that a lot, or
in the midweeks.
Yeah.
And then early, it's a lot of teams from the north that need to get down and play some southern teams.
Got it. Savary, after a mound visit, is ready. Here's the first pitch to Sobieschek. He fouled it back to the screen. Wofford in a good conference in your time before you were a Hawkeye?
It was a decent conference. It's a hitters conference. It's pretty top heavy with teams like Mercer, Sanford, and Wofford often making NCAA regional appearances. Pretty decent.
No balls and a strike. The delivery from Savary with 2 on and 1 out for the Braves in the 4th. Good ballpark, hitter friendly for you at Wofford?
I'd say hitter friendly. It's just warm. It's nice to be able to hit in the warmth all season long, and wind blowing out most of those parks.
More hitter friendly than Banks for you?
I think so, yes.
1 ball and 1 strike. Savary deals outside. What are you seeing from Aaron right now? He's just missing outside of those right-handed hitters.
Yeah, we've got that good look at him right here, straight above the mound, and you can see on that slider he's ripping open to try to create as much sweep as he can. We talked about earlier the horizontal break, get this ball to sweep from right to left, but he's pulling off a little bit on his fastball too, just trying to make too much happen between his shoulders.
Count is 2-1.
Much better.
Yeah, gets a swing and a miss. A nice fastball, outer half of the zone, 2-2.
Love to see him do that again. Establish that fastball in the outer half.
Yeah, it seemed to overpower him, so why not throw it again?
Absolutely.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Savary comes set, checks on the runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Reese with a good backhand stab to stop it. Full count. Savary started the inning with a strikeout of Timmy O'Brien. Has allowed a couple of free bases. It's a big pitch right here in the 4th with Iowa leading 3-1. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Braves.
A lot of action down here in the Hawkeye bullpen, rightfully so, but looks like we got Jack Young hot or close to hot here next, and we'll see if we get Savary one more batter here.
And Jack has been the person in this situation. Looks like Coach Heller is on his way to the mound. And that'll do it for Savary. As the bullpen door opens, down the line in right. We'll take a pitching change break. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers. Or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game. Or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Top of the 4th inning at Banks this evening. Iowa leading Bradley 3-1. The bases are loaded for the Braves. They've got one out, and so who else will the Hawkeyes bring in but right-handed senior Jack Young from LeClaire, Iowa. Young is making his 19th appearance. That's a team high. Jack with a 3.86 ERA. He's 2-0 on the season. He does have a save. This is not a save situation, obviously. 16 in the 3rd innings pitched with 15 hits allowed. 7 earned runs. He's walked 4 but struck out 22. Opponents are batting .242 against Jack. He's the guy that the Hawkeyes call upon in these situations. Of the 18 times that we've seen Jack, I'd venture to say he's come in with runners in scoring position in less than 2 outs probably 12 or 13 of those times. He's the high-pressure pitcher, first guy out of the bullpen when things get dangerous for the Hawkeyes. And they're certainly dangerous right now against Bradley. It's 3-1 Hawkeyes, but a Brave on every base, and there is just one out. The batter will be Cole Luckey, the starting left fielder. Grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. See if Jack can get a weak ground ball, force get a double play started.
This situation plays right into Jack's skill set, able to get that heater established here, hopefully a little bit run in on the barrel, maybe miss a barrel, get a ground out, or even a strikeout here would be awesome.
Jack's ready. The first pitch is low and out, goes with the off speed. Now as the batter for Bradley, you think he's pretty selective here in this situation. Not too eager to swing at something maybe early in the count, but that doesn't mean that Jack can just throw something over here. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
Really good pitch there.
Yeah, that was low in the zone. Some downward movement on it. 1-1. Iowa shifted over to the pull side a bit. Mitchell playing close to the bag at second. Tello protecting the line at third. Fastball just out. Good spot from Jack, but off the plate away from Luckey. It's 2-1.
Umpire staying strong on that outside edge so far in the first 3-4 innings here.
The way you're looking at it, pretty good zone so far, you think?
I think so, too. I think there hasn't been too much growing in on either side.
Here's a ground ball right side. This will be a tough play. Young comes off the mound. His only play is to first, and he will get the out there. The runner, Delgado, comes home to score from third. Tough play. You can't bring that ball down to you any sooner. You just have to let gravity do its work. High chopper right back to Young.
Good decision there just to get the out, get to first base, especially with the lead there. Make sure we keep the damage off the bases and make it a shorter inning.
3-2. Iowa's lead is cut to 1. Here comes Nick Hosey. Left-handed hitter. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Young is ready. Here's the first pitch. Low and in. Right around the toes of Hosey. Bradley's starting catcher, batting 154 this season. 1-0 pitch from Young. Called strike, low outside corner.
Good pitch there.
Sharp fastball that just stayed on that outer edge the whole time from Jack. Count even at 1 with 2 outs. Iowa's lead is 1 in the 4th. It's 3-2.
Uh-oh.
This is crushed to right. An absolute no-doubter home run off the bat of Nick Hosey. And it's 5-3 Braves. Whoa.
$430 feet there. Not much assistance from the wind. I think that's out on most days, John.
That was gone off the bat without question. Hosey admired it for a little bit from the box. Bradley leads it 5-3 now in the 4th. A 4-run inning for the Braves. It's been the free bases, Brendan, that have hurt the Hawks. A hit by pitch, back-to-back walks, and now a 3-run home run. Makes it 5-3 Bradley. I put the broadcaster jinx on Jack pretty good there, talking about the batting average of Hosey in the 100s. Ohio State had a batter like that on Sunday as well. He was batting like 118 and hit a monster home run.
It's baseball.
Yeah. 5-3 Bradley in the 4th. Young has fallen behind. 2 balls, no strikes to Chatterton. The 9-hitter. Walked him in the 3rd as well. 2-0 pitch from Jack. Popped up left side. That's foul. That'll get out of play. Hawkeyes will have Huckstorf, Mitchell, and Wilmus due up when we get to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bradley with 5 runs on 2 hits. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Young. Low, ball 3. Top of the order, Vogel is on deck. (3-1) is off the plate outside. Didn't quite get the call on that one, and another walk, this time to Chatterton. Keeps the inning going for the Braves in the 4th.
Center fielder Ryan Vogel.
Top of the order for the Braves in Ryan Vogel. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Foul on the first pitch from Young. Over to the left. Another 2-out RBI sequence there for the Braves. 4 of their 5 runs have come with 2 outs. No balls and a strike to Vogel. The pitch from Jack. Hit in the air, right side, down the line. Nelson is running over, but it'll be foul into the Iowa bullpen. 0-2.
Love to see Jack finish this batter here, especially with 2 outs before the heart of the lineup comes up here in a second.
You think Jack goes with a chase pitch here or try to dot a corner?
I think with the walks that we've had this inning, he's going to go right at him. Oh.
Off speed outside, try to get him to chase that. Now I think you probably want to go back into what you were thinking, Brennan, and go with an edge, go with a corner, get in the strike zone. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jack comes set. Here's the pitch. Called 3rd strike, right at the knees. Good pitch from Young to get out of the 4th. A 4-run inning for the Braves. They lead at 5-3. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, it's your friend, social media. You know where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Iowa now trailing Bradley. It is 5-3, a 4-run inning for the Braves. We'll see how the Hawkeyes respond with Huckstorf, Mitchell, and Wilmus coming up. Jack Stellano continues to pitch for the Braves.
After a long inning like that, John, I'm hoping to get some Hawkeye runners out there, slow them down, and kind of get the possession back on our side here.
Yeah, see if Iowa can really string together a number of hits and have a long inning of their own offensively. Huckstorf to lead it off. Breaking ball dropped in for a strike, 0-1. Again, that huge shift in the outfield against Kyle. Center fielder to the right of the beak of the Tiger Hawk. Here's the 0-1. Huck takes above the letters. It's 1-1.
I'd love to take a look at the spray chart they're seeing out there to shift the outfield over to the right.
1-1 pitch to Kyle.
Oof.
Lined foul over to the right.
Back off the Jake, 100 miles an hour.
That hit the roof and knocked back in over towards the Iowa bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Huckstorf. Leading off the fourth, here's the pitch. Huck fouled it off. Over to the right, good hang by Kyle. Pitch might have been out of the zone, up and out, but you just can't take any chances, right?
Especially with the pitcher pounding the zone as much as he is, you feel like he's going to be right around it the whole time.
1-2 to Huckstorf. Ground ball to short. That's brought in by Chatterton. He'll throw it across to retire Huckstorf to start the bottom of the fourth.
Second baseman, Gable Mitchell.
Get to see a little right-handed Gable action here.
Yeah, flip around, go from the other side against the left-handed pitcher for the Braves. Stellano deals a strike just below the letters. The Bradley pitchers have certainly been filling up the strike zone. Walked a couple of Iowa batters, including Mitchell, back in the second. Fastball high and out, 1-1.
Interesting to see the winds die down as the game's gone along. Normally here at Banks seems to pick up a little bit after the sun goes down, but it's still pretty calm.
Another ground ball to short again. Chatterton runs around it, gloves it. Nice throw over to first base.
Good play there.
For the second out. He did a nice job to round the baseball on its path to his glove and get the speedy Mitchell at first base. 2 up, 2 down for Iowa. Here comes Ben Wilmus to try to get a rally started with 2 outs. Wilmus struck out in the second. Iowa trailing 5-3. Ball 1 below the knees. One out to Wilmus. He drives to right. Right fielder moving back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. He leaps up, and it's off his glove and stays in. Wilmus is around second, headed for third, and he'll have a stand-up triple. Usually we'd be really excited about
we give it to him.
Triple.
Here we are.
They come out and they have called it a home run. Now how can that be, Brennan?
I saw it hit off the fence and saw it come back in, but we'll take the homer.
The umpires are meeting around the mound.
It's hard to celebrate this early. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Wilmus has touched home. He may have a home run. He'll go through his celebration as if he did.
Might as well, right?
Take advantage of that. He hit it hard to right. It went off the glove, I believe, and came back in. But there's nothing for it to hit out there. Maybe it hit the flagpole?
From my angle, I thought it was in between the Northwestern and the Michigan State flagpole, but maybe I can't see from this far away. Hopefully I can't see this from this far away.
Umpires are meeting just to the right of the pitcher's mound. We'll see what they decide. You know, in this situation, I don't know how you can overturn it. Oh, they are going to overturn it. Wilmus has to go back to third.
I really want to see if they had replay cameras to be able to get out there and get an angle on that one. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, Coach Heller is going to ask for an explanation from home plate umpire Cody Oakes. Probably not a ton of back and forth that's possible here. So it'll be a 2-out situation after Wilmus hits a triple.
Still a good chance here for Seegers to drive him in.
Shortstop, Michael Seeger.
That's the second triple of the year for Ben. Really got a hold of that one. And Brennan, to your point just a moment ago, maybe if the wind's blowing out a little bit harder, that gets out of here without a question.
But I know. Announcer Jinx once again mentioned the wind.
Died down just enough. Here's Seegers looking for a big 2-out hit. First pitch to Michael.
Good take there.
Yep, low and in. Breaking ball that probably looked pretty tempting, but Michael didn't go after it. Michael desperately trying to get hot towards the end of the season here. Fouls it back 1-1. Michael walked in the second. Batting .214 with 2 outs. Runner at third base. That's outside. Good discipline from Seegers. It's 2-1. Watch that back door every once in a while, especially with this left-handed pitcher against him. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch low and in, ball 3.
Really good take there on that breaking ball right at the bottom of the zone, right below the knees.
You make contact on that, you're hitting it right into the ground, right?
Yeah. It's hard to elevate or do much with that pitch.
3 balls and a strike. Seegers in a good spot. Here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle, and the shortstop gloves it. He'll spin. He'll throw to first. Got Seegers.
No runs, 1 hit, no
That's a heck of a play by Chatterton. He recorded all 3 outs on a couple of ground balls, a few ground balls by the Hawkeyes. That was the best play that he made to end the threat. All right, we'll go to the 5th. Bradley leads it 5-3. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion, like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Top of the 5th inning in Iowa City. Bradley on top of the Hawkeyes. It's 5-3. New pitcher into the game for Iowa is Drew Durhamer, a right-handed freshman from Omaha. Durhamer is making his 8th appearance this season with a .750 ERA. He's pitched 6 innings, given up 5 earned runs. He struck out 6 and walked 5. Opponents batting .261 against the right-hander. While the Hawks down by 2, it's optimal to put up a 0 defensively and try to get back into the batter's box. With the deficit only being 2, we'll see what the freshman Dermer can do to make that happen. It'll be 2, 3, and 4, Durbin, O'Brien, and Delgado. Okay, Brendan, so at the conclusion of last season, after the regional, how'd you spend the rest of your summer?
I had about a week and a half off, 2 weeks off to regroup, training, and then I went up to Frederick, Maryland in the MLB Draft League, pre-draft, and then after that I ended up playing indie ball in State College, Pennsylvania, where Penn State is.
Yeah, we were out there for a series against Penn State. Didn't have that great of a time because of the weather in the series, but enjoyable time for you at State College?
No doubt. Cool atmosphere, and just cool to see a different part of the country.
Dermer fires outside, ball 1 to Durbin. The windup in the pitch. That's low, ball 2. You spent the fall and the winter continuing to train before you take off for your next venture coming up here real soon, huh?
Yep, absolutely. Just try to.
2-0 is lifted into left. Wilmus jogging forward. Ben's got it for the first out of the 5th. So what's on the horizon for you after we wrap up the series with Rutgers, Brennan?
I'm headed out to Sioux City for spring training. It's about 12-day spring training. A lot of
first baseman Timmy O'Brien.
New opportunities out there. I've got a host family in Western Iowa, big Hawkeye fan, so I'm excited to just get out there and get to play some more baseball.
You know anybody else that'll be on that team with you?
2 kids from Colorado, a little bit older than me, that played affiliated ball before this, but nothing else. Uh-oh.
High fly ball to left. Wilmus moving back. He's in front of the wall. He leaps up. Did Ben bring it back in? I'm afraid not. It's a solo home run for Timmy O'Brien, his 2nd of the game. And the Braves have doubled up the Hawkeyes in the 5th at 6-3.
Thought there was a chance that Wilmus brought that one back there, but just too far out of his reach.
You had a pretty good idea off the bat. Unfortunately, Brennan, that pitch got out of here. And like you talked about earlier, that wind has died down a touch and couldn't keep it in. It's 6-3 Bradley in the 5th.
Just snuck out here at 336 feet, but 105 exit speed is pretty good barrel there.
O'Brien's a pretty good hitter for the Braves, isn't he?
No doubt. It's a good person to have in the middle of your order.
Nice job by Dermer to get back in the strike zone. Outside corner to Delgado. The Hawks have their work cut out for them. Now we're in the middle innings, trailing by 3. 0-1 pitch from Dermer. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
Good changeup.
Delgado struck out in the 1st, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. He really got things going for the Braves in that big 4-run 4th. Dermer misfired downstairs. 1-2. Out of the windup, here's the 1-2 pitch. Low, just a touch outside.
Don't mind that miss at all. The left-handed hitting Delgado just below the knees. Good chase pitch there.
Count even at 2 now. Dermer trying to seal the deal. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, right side. Kopp is there on a 1-hopper. He'll take it to the bag himself for the 2nd out of the inning.
Turf Monster tripped up Gable there a little bit, trying to back up that play.
Right fielder Tyrese Johnson.
See Tyrese Johnson come up now for the Braves. Right-handed hitter. He also scored in the 4th. Iowa walked him the last time up. 6 runs on 3 hits for Bradley. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Hawks. Count is 1-0. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Another high fly ball hit deep to right. This is trouble. But Nelson is there with his back up against the wall. Andy makes the catch for the 3rd out. I thought that was trouble off the bat, Brennan.
That was a good barrel piece there, but glad Andy could get underneath it.
6-3 Bradley. We're back for the bottom of the 5th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers. Or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game. Or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Iowa trails Bradley in the bottom of the 5th. It's 6-3 Braves. They'll be the top of the order coming up for Iowa. Nelson, Peterson, and Tello. They'll see a new Bradley pitcher. Travis Lutz, a junior right-hander, is into the game for Bradley. And Lutz is typically a starter for the Braves. 9 starts, 10 appearances. He's got a 2-5 record, 6.8 ERA, 45 innings pitched. He's allowed the team-high 65 hits, 34 earned runs. Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, though. 39 strikeouts, 16 walks, so he throws a ton of strikes. Teams are batting .330 against him, though, so plenty of strikes. I'd back that up as well.
Absolutely. Maybe a bullpen situation here with a shallower bullpen, trying to get him in his work in the midweek in the game here. So see if the Hawkeyes can jump on him early.
Top of the order, Andy Nelson will lead it off for Iowa in the 5th. Down 6-3. There's ball one outside. Take us into the dugout at this stage right now, Brennan, with Iowa down by 3 in the middle innings.
Right.
What are some conversations going on? What do you think Coach Heller's saying for starters? 1-0 to Nelson, popped up. Shallow right. O'Brien, the first baseman, goes back. Durbin, the second baseman, into shallow right. He'll make the play. Andy is retired for the first out of the bottom of the 5th.
I think the biggest thing here is to stick to the process and know it's a 9-inning game. If you look up at the scoreboard, obviously we're not leading in the runs category, but I know Rick would be telling them we got 2 more hits than they do, and they also made errors. So there's a chance that the bullpen's flammable, and we got a chance here to make up some ground in the next couple innings. We just got to keep our foot on the gas.
Sam Peterson is the batter with 1 out, bases empty. Check swing of the first pitch. Ooh, they say he went around on the appeal down to first. PD's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts in his return, trying to get going. Takes high above the letters. When Coach Sutherland comes out of the dugout to greet you guys as you guys come off the field, what are some things he's talking about in those situations?
A lot of times when there's a new pitcher coming out, he's got just a quick reminder on the scouting report or about what we're trying to do here, establish our offense the next inning and make sure that we're all on the same page, basically coming into the offensive section of the game.
Sam takes an outside strike. It's now 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Golfed at 1 in the dirt, dropped third strike. They'll throw down to first. Retires Peterson. 2 quick outs for the Hawks in the 5th. Bradley scored 5 unanswered. Iowa needs a little bit of a longer inning. I suppose they'll bring in a new pitcher anyway, so it doesn't necessarily mean as much for the pitcher going back out there to give him some rest. But
this is the right guy to have up, though. This is our guy, 2 for 2.
Double and a single. Here's Raider Tello. First pitch, grounded to the left side. This will be a tough play, but the third baseman, Sobieschek, picks it up, throws it over to first, and it's picked out of the dirt by O'Brien. Iowa goes down quickly in the bottom of the 5th. We'll go to the 6th. Iowa trails 6-3. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Top of the 6th inning in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes trailing the Bradley Braves 6-3. New pitcher in for Iowa is Sam Hart, a right-handed junior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Transfer in from Indian Hills. He's a first-year Hawkeye. Haven't seen Sam since March 30th against Minnesota, the game that the Hawkeyes won 14-6. Hart this season is making his 11th appearance, 0-1 record with a .935 ERA, 8 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 9 earned runs. He's walked 8, struck out 8, but teams are hitting him at .316, which is a pretty steep clip, and Hart will look to miss some barrels in the 6th with the Hawkeyes down by 3.
Hoping to get that slider on the plate early. When he's able to throw 2 pitches for a strike, he's pretty effective. So looking forward to seeing that this first couple of batters here.
He'll face the bottom half of the order for Bradley. Sobieschek, Lucky, and Hosey.
Fun fact here, I coached Sam Hart when he was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade back in Colorado. I was at his club team or whatever. It was the same as my brother, younger brothers. I coached him for 3 years.
How about that?
Crazy.
Sam's ready. The first pitch is low and out for ball 1. Did you see this? Is he going to take some credit for this, though?
No. He was a shortstop back then, not much pitching. So.
Okay. You had him in the field.
Yep.
No control of the mound, right?
Yep.
Snaps a fastball outside for ball 2. .2-0 is waved at and missed. That's more like it from Sam. High heater with the fastball. Sobieschek walked and scored in the 4th. He popped up to Seegers in the 2nd. 2 balls and a strike. Hart is ready. The right-hander fires outside for ball 3. Feels like this is a big inning, Brennan.
No doubt.
Keep the Braves off the scoreboard. Already down by 3. Can't really afford to give too much as we get towards the later innings. 3-1. This is blooped into right for a base hit.
Not a bad pitch there, and on his hands, but a better swing than pitch right there, getting it out, serving it over Gable's head.
The inside out opposite field for Sobieschek. And he's on to lead off the 6th. Brings up Cole Lucky. He has grounded back to the pitcher twice today. Last time drove in a run, though, with the bases loaded. First pitch from Hart. Lucky squared to bunt, pulled it back. Pitch was inside. Lucky trying to get Sobieschek into scoring position. Reese Moore will come out in front of the plate and issue signs to his infield.
We saw a little bit of that speed from Lucky earlier in the 1st inning when he was running out that ball to Buter.
Tello playing in front of the bag at 3rd. 1-0 pitch, inside. A lot of movement on it, and thankfully so. Otherwise, that might have hit Lucky. Short lead at first base. Here comes the 2-0. Outside for ball 3. Hart aims to come all the way back after falling behind 3-0. Here's the pitch. There it is. Strike 1. Lucky batting .228 for the Braves. 3 balls and a strike. Hart could really use a ground ball middle infield. Gets one to Tello at 3rd. He dives, knocks it down, throw to 2nd for 1. Over to 1st. Double play. How about that? Raider Tello starts the 5-4-3.
Big time play there by Raider, ranging to his left, right on cue, John. Ground ball right to our third baseman there.
Heck of a play by Raider to get that started.
Catcher, Nick.
Sharp one hopper. And Tello dives to his left, gloves it, and gets the double play started. Big momentum swing for the Hawks.
110 off the bat there, not softly hit.
Comes back with strike one to Hosey. Sometimes it takes one of those outstanding defensive plays to spark a rally. Iowa down 6-3 in the sixth.
No doubt, hopefully that shifts the momentum back in our favor.
Good looking pitch from Hart there, but missed low and out. 1-1. The Hawks will have Kopp, Moore, and Huckstorf coming to the plate when we get to the bottom of the sixth. Hart comes set. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That's a beauty from Sam. 1-2.
Looks like Hosey was trying to go big fly back-to-back again, same as his last at-bat.
Hart in a good spot here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, Sam takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch. Dropped low. Tried to come in the back door with the breaking ball. Just missed. 2-2. Count even at 2. The pitch from Hart. Foul ball in the box. See if Sam goes back with the breaking ball. Here's the 2-2. High pop-up. This is on the infield. Davis Kopp is underneath it at first base. Davis makes the play looking into the twilight here in Iowa City. It was a leadoff single for Sobieschek, but a big-time 5-4-3 double play started by Raider Tello, and then a pop-up. Now Hawkeyes put Bradley down 1-2-3 in the sixth. Time to get the bats going. Here's Kopp, Moore, and Huckstorf coming to the plate when we come back. Bradley leads at 6-3. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Brown Deer Golf Club offers a pure golf experience. Manicured bent grass fairways with tees and greens carved into gracefully rolling landscape. Challenging, yet extremely playable. Improve your game with PGA instruction and our full-service pro shop. Treat yourself to Bunker's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. And our scenic Greenview Banquet Room is perfect for weddings or any special event. Brown Deer Golf Club, a stunning country club setting at affordable public rates.
Tickets are on sale now for the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend Concert Series. Saturday, July 13th, see Luke Combs and Eric Church. And Sunday, July 14th, see Post Malone and Kelsey Ballerini live in concert. 1 ticket per day gets you into a race and 2 concerts. Tickets on sale now at HyVeeIndyCarWeekend.com.
Bottom of the sixth in Iowa City. Bradley on top 6-3. The Hawkeyes try to get back into it with Kopp, Moore, and Huckstorf coming to the plate. They'll face a new Bradley pitcher. This will be Nick Hainline, sophomore left-hander, hometown kid for the Braves. He's from Peoria. Hainline is making his 13th appearance of the season with an 0-1 record, 11.72 ERA, 17 2/3 innings, giving up 29 hits, 29 runs. He's walked 10, struck out 15. He's given up 12 extra base hits. Opponents are batting .382. There's a tendency to hit a few batters as well. He's hit 7 batters. He's thrown 4 wild pitches. So when he does throw it in the strike zone, hitters tend to do some damage. Iowa down by 3 in the bottom of the sixth. Out hitting Bradley 5-4 though. Davis Kopp will lead it off against the left-hander. Kopp takes strike 1 on the inside corner.
Looking for another barrel here out of Kopp. He's hit too hard right on the screws right at the second baseman. Hopefully you can find some green here.
Hainline out of the stretch only. Kopp hits this in the air to right. Johnson is over. He's in front of the track. He'll make the play for the first out. Davis has run into a little bit of tough luck. He elevated that one just a bit too much, but putting some good swings together.
Catcher, Reese Moore.
One out for Reese Moore.
Another left-on-left matchup here for Reese.
So as a left-handed batter, what do you see against a lefty? What are you hoping for that they pitch to you?
I think generally the lefty's going to try to stay away with you from the heater and then try to get you to chase that breaking ball, make it look like that outside heater, and then have it run off the plate a little bit further away from you.
Just like that, Reese takes, but on the outside corner with the breaking ball, strike one.
Interesting to see the heavy left-handed shift, but also having the lefty throw to the outer side of the plate. We'll see if Reese can get it over there to the left side.
Honestly, a pretty strange shift for Bradley as that pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1. 3 defenders on the right side of the infield, but a huge gap in left center.
Right.
And Reese has that opposite field power too, so we'll see if he can expose that. A ball and a strike. Here's the pitch to Moore. Low and out for ball 2.
Good take there.
That's sort of a setup pitch, don't you think? That fastball on the outside corner to go back to that
breaking ball.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Catcher setting up outside. Here's the 2-1.
Heater.
Strike called, 2-2.
That's a tough call right there. Now we got Reese. He's kind of guessing in between a heater and a breaker. We're not sure what we're going to get. Some of the fans not as pleased about that strike call.
Yeah, looked like it was a little bit up. Here's the 2-2. Lined into center. Right to Vogel. Oh, it dropped in front of him. A single for Reese Moore. I think that ball might have died on its way out there.
No doubt.
And took a dive in front of Vogel, so it's a 1-out single for Reese.
Center fielder Kyle Huckstorf.
Huge for momentum there, getting somebody on base before 2 outs. Hopefully Kyle can capitalize here and hit something in the gap for us.
For the Hawkeyes, it's been about stringing base hits together. First pitch to Huck, grounded foul past Coach Bowe down the third base line.
Love to see that aggressive swing from Kyle early in the count.
Just out in front of the 73-mile-an-hour pitch. Now it's a totally different deal for the left-hander against the righty as he tried to spin Kyle into the dirt. There's a fastball on the inside corner, 0-2. Kyle in a tough spot here. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Reset first. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, just up and in. Close. Huck stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Chase the breaking ball. In around the shins. Good pitch from Hainline, 2 down.
Interesting strategy here. They're holding on to Reese. They're a little bit off the base. The first baseman is he's kind of out front, so he can play better defense. It looks like they're less worried about Reese and they're more worried about the hitter.
I suppose that you can kind of do that when you've got a 3-run lead. Time is called, and Coach Sutherland is out of the Iowa dugout to have a word with Reese, the base runner, and Gable, his batter. All right, in the meantime, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. All right, Brennan, in this situation, Coach Sutherland and Coach Heller talking to the batter and the base runner. Take us inside what that conversation might be like.
Yeah, generally I think it's more geared towards the hitter, trying to make a plan, seeing what this pitcher's been throwing. But I wonder if what we mentioned earlier with that first baseman a little bit off the base, if they're trying to create a plan here to get Reese to second base, get him in scoring position with 2 outs.
Mitchell is the batter from the right side. We'll try and move over to first base. What's the thinking with O'Brien at first being off the bag like that?
I think he's just assuming that Gable's a better buncher than Reese is stealer, so he needs to be a good defender. Maybe it's also the left-handed pitcher falling off to the right side. He's got to be able to defend that baseline a little bit more.
Another move over to first base.
Looks like they're trying to keep Reese honest after that meeting, that quick meeting with Marty.
Gable walked and scored in the second. He grounded out in the fourth. First pitch to Mitchell in this at bat. Floats high and outside. Mitchell batting .303. Pretty decent gap in left center for Gable, the right-handed hitter in this situation. Here's the 1-0. That's high, ball 2. Hitters count for Mitchell. Hainline comes set. 2 balls, no strikes. Another move over to first base. Reese has to dive this time.
Reese has played in about 28 to 30 games, and he's got 0 stolen base attempts. So I'm interested to see if they know something we don't down there.
I'd be surprised to see him going. Mitchell swings at the 2-0 and knocks it foul over to the right. Hawkeyes looking for a 2-out rally, down by 3 in the 6th. Here's the 2-1. That's way outside. 3-1. Ben Wilmus awaits on deck for the Hawkeyes. Nice to see Ben get an at-bat with a couple of runners on. Hit a triple his last time up. We'll see if Gable can keep this inning going. The 3-1 inside, ball 4. Close. But he will draw the walk, and the tying run will come to the plate. This is Ben Wilmus.
Second really good at bat there by Gable Mitchell today.
He's really developed an offensive element to his game and been a real positive towards the bottom half of the order. Coach Heller's moved him up, to the 2 spot a couple of times, maybe even lead off, but it hasn't been his area. He likes to stay in the bottom half.
No doubt, no doubt. Interesting move here up in the bullpen for the Iowa Hawkeyes is right-handed pitcher Marcus Morgan, who's generally a weekend starter. So interesting to see. Hopefully we can get a lead before we bring Marcus in.
Yeah. Pitched in, he sealed the deal in the midweek against St. Thomas. Hawkeyes trying to inch closer. Here's Ben Wilmus with runners at first and second and 2 outs. First pitch to Ben. Inside, gets away from the catcher. Runners stay put. Catcher Hosey did a nice job to block it forward to keep the ball in front of him.
Absolutely.
And the runners saw that and stayed put. Tons of green grass in right center field for Ben if he could go opposite field, especially if that pitch is outside. 1-0 to Wilmus. Ooh, hit him. Got him in the leg, and the bases will be loaded for the Hawks in the 6th.
Great spot here for Michael Seegers. A lot of upside, a lot of chance to get a hit here, maybe get him rolling for the rest of the season.
Huge spot. Right on, Brennan. We'll have a mound visit for the Braves. For comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long, tune in to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along online with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/Big Ten Radio 2023. Mountain visit wrapping up for the Braves. Bases loaded for Michael Seegers, who's batting .600 on the season in these situations. Huge spot for the Hawks. Could grab some momentum back, and down by 3, could inch closer to the Braves in the 6th. We're starting to get into the late innings, and no matter what you say, you don't want to press, you don't want pressure to build, but when you get late and you're behind, the pressure automatically builds. That's just how it goes. First pitch to Seegers. That's in the dirt, ball 1. Go ahead, Brennan.
I was going to say, interesting to see here how Pitcher tends to attack Seegers, who's struggling to find the heater and the breaking ball in the strike zone. With the bases loaded, you can't walk him in. You got to go right at him.
1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Seegers takes for a strike, 1-1. Low inside corner. That's a pretty good pitch by Hainline. He's been somewhat wild the last 2 batters, so Michael trying to figure him out. 1 ball, 1 strike. The delivery to Seegers, outside, ball 2.
Interesting there, changeup, but we haven't seen that much from Hainline. We've only seen breaker and heater. How's a changeup there?
Difficult as a hitter to have a pitcher out there that's kind of wildly accurate. He's kind of all over the place. He can't hone in on anything.
Yeah, forces you to be a little bit more focused.
2-1. Michael takes in, ball 3.
Great take there.
It's been a pretty good strike zone, sticking to the dimensions of the zone. 3 balls and a strike. Seegers crowding the plate a bit with 2 outs and the bases loaded. The pitch to Michael. High and out, ball 4. Moore comes on in, and Iowa pulls within 2. Bases remain loaded. 3 free bases in a row for the Hawkeyes, and we'll go to the top of the order. This is Andy Nelson. Andy's been right around today. He is 0 for 2, but he's put the ball in play. First pitch to Andy. Outside corner, strike 1.
Good chance here for Andy to make him pay. 3 or 4 walks in a row here. Excited to see Andy get his best swing off.
Bases remain loaded for Nelson. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Andy. Breaking ball, fouled it off over to the right.
Really good swing there. Huh? Yeah, really good swing there.
Just missed it. No balls and 2 strikes. Hainline comes set. Here's the pitch to Nelson. Inside, ball 1. Add back to Andy up off the plate. Tons of room in right center. Look at that shift for the right fielder close to the line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Nelson. Low, ball 2.
Another good take there.
Back-to-back fastballs that have missed the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson quickly back in the box. Tension forward on the pitcher. The 2-2 in the dirt, ball 3. Andy's worked all the way back. The count's full.
Really impressive patience there by Andy. Easy to go swing. Try to do too much there, but he's kind of looking for a spot in the zone, and he's worked himself back into a full count.
Runners will be going on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Nelson. Fouled it off.
Great spoil there. Tough pitch on the outer third. Not much you can do with it.
Would have probably been a called strike.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Good hang by Andy. Turning into a battle of an at-bat. A hawk on every base for Nelson. Runners are going. The 3-2. Ground ball, base hit into left. This game is tied off the bat of Andy Nelson. 2 runs score. It's 6-6.
Big time swing there. Fighting back and getting a pitch over the middle of the plate. Hitting it 102 into left field. It's pretty impressive right there.
Mitchell scores. Wilmus scores.
We got a new ball game.
Brand new game in the bottom of the 6th. Iowa's tied it up. The Braves are going to make a pitching change. We'll take a break in the meantime. 6-6. Iowa has tied it up in the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a pitching change break. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Let's be honest. We all like to be noticed. Picture yourself striding into Kinnick Stadium, radiating both style and comfort, while fellow Hawkeye fans can't help but ask, where'd you get that shirt? With pride, you point to the big screen and reply, it's Authentic Brand. Discover the remarkable difference that apparel with the Authentic Brand label brings. Ask for it by name at your favorite boutique, spirit shop, or retailer, or shop online at authentic-brand.com. It's time for a change in your style. It's time for Authentic Brand.
Tickets are on sale now for the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend Concert Series. Saturday, July 13th, see Luke Combs and Eric Church. And Sunday, July 14th, see Post Malone and Kelsey Ballerini live in concert. 1 ticket per day gets you into a race and 2 concerts. Tickets on sale now at HyVeeIndyCarWeekend.com.
University of Iowa Healthcare has the game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or Urgent Care locations throughout the Iowa City and Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. UI Healthcare is proud to sponsor your Iowa Hawkeyes. All right, new pitcher into the game for the Bradley Braves is a freshman right-hander from Lake in the Hills, Illinois. This is Anthony Edge. Edge is making his 11th appearance with an 0-1 record, a 5.21 ERA, throwing 19 innings. He's given up 20 hits, 11 earned runs. He struck out 10. He has walked 7. Opponents are hitting .267, so a pretty good line for the freshman for Bradley. But it's a brand new game, and the Hawks have the Braves on their heels right now. It's tied at 6 in the 6th. Will Moeffler will bat for Sam Peterson here. He'll be inserted into the DH spot. Runners at the corners and 2 outs for Moeffler. First pitch to Will. Took it for a strike. Breaking ball to get things going. Will's done a nice job filling in for Petey, whether that's out in left or in a hitting capacity, has done a nice job. Moeffler, right-handed hitter, hits this high and deep to right. Center fielder Vogel is over into the gap. He'll make the grab for the 3rd out. But 3 runs come across for the Hawkeyes. We are tied at 6th. We'll go to the 7th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
You heard about this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Top of the 7th, Iowa and Bradley are tied at 6. The Braves coming to the plate with 9-1-2, Chatterton, Vogel, and Durbin. They'll face a new Iowa pitcher. The Hawkeyes bring in Marcus Morgan, the right-handed junior from here in Iowa City. Morgan making his 2nd bullpen appearance of the season with a 7.23 ERA. 2-3 record, 37 innings pitched, 37 and a third innings pitched for Marcus. Had a really nice start at Ohio State, so trying to build off that here in this midweek relief appearance for the Hawkeyes. Marcus has struck out 45 batters, opponents hitting .248 against him. Marcus, as we said, very good against Ohio State on that Saturday game that the Hawkeyes won, and he'll look to continue returning to form in this matchup against the Braves. When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin, and you could win even more from Iowa corn. Some scores from around the league tonight. Minnesota is up on South Dakota State 11-1 in the 7th. Michigan State got back on track with a 10-run victory over Western Michigan 12-2. Ohio State and Kent State were due to play today, but they were canceled. Yesterday, a majority of the Big Ten teams played. Maryland beat Delaware 11-10. at Delaware. Indiana lost at home to Evansville 5-4. Marcus has fallen behind on Chatterton, 2 balls and no strikes to start the 7th. Creighton came from behind and beat Nebraska 6-4. Ohio State, in a high-scoring affair, beat Wright State 14-13. 2-0 out of the windup is on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Kent State blasted Penn State 10-3. Purdue over Ball State 13-3 in 7 innings. Rutgers is Iowa's next opponent. They beat Monmouth 19-4. As Chatterton skies this into left, Wilmus is underneath it. Ben makes the catch for the first out. Michigan skirted by Toledo 6-4. Minnesota and North Dakota State were unable to play. Illinois and SIU Edwardsville were unable to play yesterday. Conference series coming up across the Big Ten this weekend. Ohio State's at Michigan. Penn State is at Michigan State. Indiana's in the Twin Cities to take on the Golden Gophers. Maryland is at Nebraska, and Northwestern is at Illinois. Morgan deals strike 1 to Ryan Vogel, the top of the order for the Braves. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
Tough pitch there, slider on the outer third. Running away from the hitter, makes it look like it's going to be right down the middle, and then kind of ends up missing the barrel there off the end.
Strong position here for Marcus. The 0-2 is blooped into left. Wilmus took a step back, now a couple steps forward. He'll make the catch. Back-to-back outs for Wilmus out there in left, 2 down.
Second baseman.
Really efficient 2 first batters after throwing 2 balls to the first batter here for Marcus or Morgan. He's getting back in the swing of things with being two or 3 efficient strikes there.
This is the Marcus Morgan that we've been accustomed to seeing over the past couple of years. A little bit of a slow start this year. There's strike 1. Really doing a nice job with finding the zone. This is Durbin, the batter for the Braves. Here's the 0-1. Low and out. Count even at 1. One pitch, swing and a miss.
Really good pitch there, 4-seam, 94 miles an hour, blew it by him.
Throw it again, Brennan?
I think so, might as well.
Durbin way behind it. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the pitch from Morgan. A little bit higher and too far outside that time, 2-2. Durbin's 0 for 3 today, and Marcus has him on the ropes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind and the fire. This is ripped into right. Nelson moves over. Andy can't make the play. It's off his glove. It'll get to the wall. Durbin's around first, headed for second. Andy gets it in. And it's a 2-out double. I assume they score that as a double. What do you think, Brennan?
I'd say so, too. And I think Hawkeye fans hold their breath as Andy ranges back to his right with that hamstring.
Yeah.
Looks to be all right, though, walking away. Looks like they gave it a hit.
So a 2-out double for Durbin.
Dangerous hitter up now.
Got to watch out. This is O'Brien. He's got 2 home runs today. He's 2 for 3. He's got a strikeout sandwiched in between. Big, tall, right-handed hitter. Morgan goes to the stretch. Tie game, 6-6 in the 7th. First pitch from Marcus to the backstop. Durbin will get to third. Trust your stuff here, Marcus. One ball, no strikes. Morgan delivers. Breaking ball just in. Really buckled O'Brien. He backed away, and it was relatively close. 2 balls, no strikes.
Gotta be careful here.
Really careful. Here's the pitch from Marcus. Low and out, ball 3. I suppose not the worst situation to walk him.
No doubt. I would say so as well.
Might as well just put him on right now.
Yeah.
Delgado's on deck, and he's 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch, but O'Brien is very dangerous. Can't assume that he's got the red light on the 3-0. Here it comes from Marcus. Ooh. High and out, ball 4. Not the worst thing in the world. O'Brien walks. Runners at the corners. 2 outs for Delgado, the DH.
Designated hitter Logan Delgado.
Time call, and here comes Coach Heller out of the Iowa dugout. Looks like a pitching change for the Hawkeyes. Marcus threw 15 pitches, so he must have had a limit on today. Runners at the corners for Bradley. Top of the 7th. We'll make a pitching change. At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. We'll take a pitching change break. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Does your company attire make you feel like you're always fourth and long? It's time for a change. Hand the ball off to Authentic Brand and watch your team transform into MVPs. On game days, our team dresses like champions in Authentic Brand. Ensure that your company's reputation remains untarnished by using nothing but the label specifically designed to display your company's identity. Ask your supplier for Authentic Brand products and see for yourself why it's more than just a label. It's a statement.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Top of the 7th at Banks this evening, 6-6. Iowa deadlocked with Bradley in the midweek contest. New pitcher into the game for the Hawkeyes is the sophomore right-hander from Clive. This is Anthony Watts entering the game. Watts with a 4.24 ERA, making his 13th appearance. He's got a 1-0 record. 23 in the third innings pitched for Watts. Struck out 33 batters. He's walked 19, given him 11 earned runs on the season. Opponents batting 181, so Watts keeping it in the strike zone is key for his success. Teams have a little bit of trouble hitting him, just under 200, but he comes in with runners at the corners and 2 outs in a tie ball game. Try to get this batter in Delgado, and let's get our bats back into the box. Keep it tied here, Anthony. Finishing up his warm-up pitches. Marcus Morgan came in the top of this inning. At the beginning of this inning, you got Chatterton and Vogel to fly out to left, but then a double and a walk ended his outing. He was likely on a pitch limit. He threw 15. All right, we're ready for play. Here's Delgado. Left-handed hitter. 0 for 2 today, was hit by a pitch earlier. Watts comes set. He fires outside for ball 1.
Pretty big lead over there for O'Brien. It looks like he doesn't have any stolen bases attempt on the year, but he looks like he's pretty decently far off today, so we might have to take a look at that.
Staying put for now, swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Moore, but he's able to track it down, keeping that runner at third, but O'Brien does get to second.
Maybe caught a break there a little bit, John, with the third base runner not reading it right away.
Did not get a good look at that downward angle. The pitch was in the dirt, forced a swing from Delgado. Count even at 1, 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. Watts comes set. Here's the 1-1. That's low, just a bit outside as well, 2-1. Went off speed. Delgado is a very good hitter, batting .336. .339 with Runners on, 300 with runners in scoring position. Here comes the 2-1 from Watts. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Watts is one of those energy pitchers, right? He quickly gets back on the rubber.
Looks like Delgado's struggling with a slider a little bit. I think I'm going to go back. I would go back to it if I was Watts.
And Reese has to be ready to go behind the plate, right?
Yes, he does.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. 2 in scoring position for the Braves. Here's the pitch from Watts. Ground ball right side. Mitchell charges. Gable's got it. He'll throw to first.
There we go.
To record the out. Watts comes in and takes the Braves down Electric Avenue. Keeping the Braves off the scoreboard. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th right after this. It is 6-6. Iowa and Bradley are tied. Time to stretch things out at Banks. Hey, Hawkeye fans, it is time for the Blue Bunny 7th inning stretch. You know what to do. Get up, stretch those legs, and go enjoy the best 7th inning stretch tradition of all. Blue Bunny ice cream. Blue Bunny is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeyes and the 7th inning stretch. All tied up at 6. We're back for the bottom of the 7th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
Raider Tello leads off the bottom of the 7th at Banks. Fans on their feet, clapping along to his walk-up song. Tello in the box. We're tied at 6. Raider takes one right down Main Street. Throw that again, I dare you.
Looking to see Raider get his best swing off here. I think he's going to hit one hard.
2 for 3 today. Lays off the high fastball, 1-1. Raider with a double and a single. He grounded out his last time up. Defense playing him straight up for the most part. A little bit over to the pull on the infield. 1-1 to Tello. Fouled back to the screen. 1-2.
Really good swing there by Raider. He looks comfortable in the box. He's all over that. Looks like that was the heater again there. We'll see if he throws it. Triples up on it.
One ball, 2 strikes. Just underway in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch to Raider. Swing and a miss. Behind the fastball, and Raiders down on strikes to start the bottom of the 7th.
A little interesting note there. Threw 4 fastballs in a row from what John and I thought was 82 to 83. Reared back on that last one through an 87-mile-an-hour heater. Snuck it up by Raider. That's the tough part about these midweeks is you don't know the scouting reports. Maybe guys have lesser innings, and then they've got something in their back pocket that you really haven't seen early this game.
And these teams were scheduled to meet earlier this season but got washed out over in Peoria. And so this is the first look at the Braves. It'll be the only look at Bradley. Here's Davis Kopp, swings at the first pitch that he sees, lines it right to the left fielder, 2 down.
Another tough swing there for Kopp. 103 miles an hour off the bat, right to the left fielder. That's his 3rd or 4th barrel straight to the defense. It's not his night tonight.
We've joked about it before. If Raider had a night like that where he made such good contact right to people, we'd all be hearing about it. We'd be hearing about it in the dugout. We'd be hearing it on the bus.
You guys could hear it over the air.
I'm glad that joke didn't get by you, Brendan. I'm sure you've heard your fair share of Raider talking about missing a home run by this or that. Here's Reese Moore, fouls off the first pitch that he sees.
I'll tell you, I get texts 8 states away. Back in Iowa City, I'll still get texts from Raider. I know how he did after the games. Not many love baseball as much as he does. It's pretty cool.
Like you, has been a great addition to the Hawkeye program. Here's a bouncer over to first, bobbled by the first baseman. The flip to the bag, not in time. Moore beat it out. Bradley looking for the challenge. You know, Brennan, I'm not sure that Edge had his foot on the bag when he caught that ball, the pitcher that was covering.
Yeah, it's tough to see from here, but after he misplayed the ball, that play was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Reese with good hustle down the line. The umpires come together, and they will review it. They'll head over to the booth down the right field line. As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Rutgers coming to town this weekend. Get the series started on the Hawkeye Radio Network at 5:30. First pitch is at 6. We'll begin our pregame coverage at 5:30 on the Hawkeye Radio Network. 2 o'clock on Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Ballpark themes for the weekend: Halloween in April on Friday. Look-alike day on Saturday. We'll have baseball bingo on Sunday. Halloween in April. I'm not much of a Halloween guy in October, Brennan, so I'll probably skip. I'll probably be wearing some Iowa black and gold. I probably won't dress up for that. Just giving you a heads up. Don't show up at the ballpark in your Halloween costume, Brennan. But for the fans, come on down to Banks this weekend and bring your Halloween costume. First pitch at 6:05. Moving a little bit further back with the first pitch times. This is game 1 of a 5-game homestand for the Hawkeyes. Iowa will host Milwaukee on Tuesday of next week. So big stretch for Iowa to try to get things right as we move past the halfway point of the season. 18-15 overall. Probably not where the Hawkeyes thought they'd be, but plenty of quality games upcoming to make up some ground and gain some momentum, qualify for the Big Ten tournament, and then go take care of business over in Omaha. That's the plan at this point. Tied with Bradley right now, 6-6 in the bottom of the 7th.
That's the important thing is today's game, but if you're looking at home, if you're looking forward and the rest of the schedule, there's some big weekends on there. Rutgers, Nebraska's been ranked a little bit in and out of the top 25, and Illinois is currently ranked at the top 3 of the Big Ten as well, so there's definitely some places to make up some ground, and then of course Northwestern's mixed in there as well.
Yeah, and Northwestern, they took 2 or 3 from Maryland. You know, the Big Ten, and I'm sure you've been paying attention. What have you seen from the Big Ten this year? It's not exactly how the pundits thought it was going to go.
No doubt, especially in the beginning. I think that the RPI was so high. There were some really impressive wins early on. Nebraska had some pretty big wins. Indiana had a win or two that was big, but overall, the teams that people thought were going to be at the top of the Big Ten or the top of the pack have kind of fell to the middle, and which kind of shows how strong the Big Ten is, and all the teams are just beating up on each other throughout the entire stretch of the conference schedule.
Illinois is all alone in first place. They're 7-2 in the conference. Purdue and Michigan are tied for second, a half game back. I just don't think we ever thought we'd be saying that about this season. Nebraska's a game back in fourth. Ohio State and Indiana tied for 5th, 2 games back.
Yep.
Safe at first base is the ruling, so the inning will continue for the Hawkeyes in the 7th. Moore beats it out. We'll see how it's scored. If it's a hit or an error. They will say a single, infield single for Reese. He's on for the 3rd time today. Iowa all alone right now in 7th, but only 2.5 games back. Plenty of time to make that up. Maryland, Penn State, Rutgers, Minnesota, Michigan State, and Northwestern round out the Big Ten standings.
Also, a nickname that's kind of been circling through the clubhouse for earlier in the year is Midweek Moore. He's been getting his hits in the midweeks, and he's living up to it tonight with 3 of them today.
Yeah, he's up to a .346 batting average with his 3-for-4 night so far. Midweek Moore. We'll keep that in mind the rest of the way. Have a few midweeks left. He stands at first base. No balls and a strike to Huckstorf. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and out. Kyle's batting .331 on the season. Just consistently getting a base hit or 2 a game. 1-1. Moore takes off. Kyle swings and misses. Here's the throw down to second. It's late.
There it is. The first one. First of his career.
Wow. How about that for Reese? Just when you thought he wasn't going to be going anywhere. I guess the right-handed pitcher opens that window of opportunity for Reese. Now he gets in scoring position. And a single for Huck could very well give Iowa the lead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Huckstorf. Here it is. That's high.
There. You'd love to see Kyle get on one of those tears. If you remember last year at Texas Tech, he got those weekends where he puts it together, and you just don't think he'll ever get out. I'd love to see that 1 or 2 more times throughout the rest of this year.
Yeah, that'd be great. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if he can get started here. That's high again, ball 3. Tied at 6 in the bottom of the 7th. Edge comes set, the pitch to Kyle. High, ball 4, right around the zone, but 3 in a row that were too high, and Kyle comes all the way back to draw the full count walk.
Now we get to see Gable second time today. We get to see Gable from the left side. We'll see what he's got for us.
He has a couple of walks today, and when he's walked, he's scored. Gable loves this spot. Prefers to bat from the left side, so he's in his comfortable position here, batting .303. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Gable takes a low strike.
Looks like it was right on the edge there. Tough to tell from up here, but obviously a pitch that I've seen Gable hit hard before.
Outside, good layoff there by Mitchell, 1-1.
You mentioned before the happy feet on the outside pitch. He's leaning over trying to get one into left field here.
It's kind of his mentality, 100% full speed all the time. 1-1 pitch to Mitchell. He squared to bunt, pulled it back, and wisely so. The pitch drifts low and out.
Great take there. He's putting together a good at bat. Another one.
Plenty of room in the gap in left center. Can push it over the shortstop's head. Here's the 2-1. Fouled off over to the left. Near the Bradley on deck circle.
Another good swing there. Let's see if we can get it. Another pitch down the middle or around the heart of the plate. They can do some damage with driving some runners.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs for Mitchell. Edge is ready. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into left. They're going to wave Reese. He's around third. Here comes the throw. He is safe. Throw over to third is dropped. And the Hawkeyes have the lead. It's 7-6.
Love that. Gable's fired up at first base, rightfully so. Good barrel there. What a day for Gable. On base for the 3rd time.
Now, Brennan, I don't want to take anything away from Gable. It was going to be a close play at home, and the catcher didn't even try to tag Reese. I thought it could have been a close play.
I thought so, too. We'll take it.
The Hawks will take it. It is 7-6 Iowa in the 7th. Hopefully not done yet. Here comes Ben Wilmus. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. You think something's on for Iowa running-wise, especially with Mitchell at first base and all that speed?
Especially with Huckstorf there. I'd say later in the count, if we get to 2 strikes, I think definitely expect Mitchell to be on the move.
Wilmus in the box, trying to add to the now 1-run Iowa lead. First pitch, grounded left side. Third baseman waits for it. Sobieschek fields it, throws it to first. It's in the dirt. Wilmus will reach. Mitchell will get to third. Another run scores for the Hawks. It's 8-6.
Good hustle there by Wilmus, using his speed to force a good throw, and then obviously able to beat it out and push one more run across the plate.
8-6 Iowa in the 7th. The Hawks have scored the last 5 runs to take the lead. And this has all come with 2 outs. Finally, that trend starts to flip into Iowa's direction. Runners at first and third with 2 outs for Michael Seegers. He squared to bunt. Pulled the bunt back, and the fastball was high and tight for ball 1.
Love to see a Seegers barrel here in the gap.
He's got that potential at times to find that. Here's the 1-0. Michael took up and in again, ball 2.
Good take there. He's got 20 RBIs in the season, especially for being down in the lineup. It's pretty impressive. You know, he's got the knack of driving those guys in.
Blood in the water here, Brennan.
That's right.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Michael.
Ooh.
Fouled it off over to the right. Michael just missed it and knocked it foul. It's 2-1.
I think with that shallow bullpen, if we could push 1 or 2 more across, we might put him in a tough spot over there.
Runner takes off. The 2-1 is a called strike. A pump fake to second. Throw it down to third. Mitchell gets back safely. I think that's a good play by Gable to force that throw. Be right around, but force that throw.
Yeah, I would agree. But I think that's the action there that we were just talking about. A little bit batter late with Wilmus and Gable, but same situation there. And then Mitchell to be able to read the throw, read it, kind of like an option to read, and then get back to third is impressive.
All right, 2 in scoring position for Seegers. He can help break this game open. The count's 2-2, though. Here's the pitch to Michael. Ground ball to second. Second baseman moves to his left. He'll throw to first to get Seegers by a step. And that'll do it for the 7th. Iowa regains the lead. It's 8-6 Hawkeyes. Back for the 8th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion. Like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Anthony Watts is out for the 8th inning. He'll continue to pitch for the Hawkeyes. He now has a 2-run lead to work with. It's 8-6 Iowa as we get to the 8th. Middle of the order due up for the Braves in Johnson, Sobieschek, and Lucky. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Well, we talk about it numerous times. This is a big inning in terms of putting up a 0. You get some runs, you get the lead, and it's like consolidating a break in tennis. You want to put that shutdown inning and don't allow anything.
No doubt.
The Braves here.
Yeah, we call this the swing inning here. We got our runs in. Now we got to make sure that we can swing the momentum, keep it on our side.
Yeah. Johnson will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Watts out of the windup. The right-hander deals. Grounded foul past the third base coach's box on the left side.
Johnson's seemingly a lot closer to the plate than he has been. I wonder if that's strategy, just trying to get on in the later innings, trying to get hit or find a way on at any point. But his toes are right against that chalk line there.
0-1 from Watts. This is lined into right. Nelson sprinting forward. He'll have to let it drop in front of him. It's a leadoff single for Johnson.
Still able to stay inside that pitch, even though he's so close to the plate. Good swing there.
Yeah, just went inside out like that.
Isaac Sobieschek.
Now Sobieschek comes up for the Braves. Right-handed hitter. 1 for 2 today. He's also walked, so he's been on a couple of times for Bradley. Runner at first and nobody out. First pitch from Watts. Dropped in there for a strike on the inside corner.
Great pitch there. It's kind of a sign of the season, isn't it, where we get the lead back a little bit and then they get the first runner on and you just feel like you're swimming upstream the whole game.
Right. Another strike from Watts, nothing in 2. And that would be one of the signs that you can see if Iowa is turning that corner and trying to build, if they can have an inning like this where you don't give up any runs and try to turn that corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Watts has the sign. Short lead at first base. He's not going anywhere. The pitch is up and in, very close to the zone.
Watts liked it.
Yeah, and it was just off the plate inside. Sobieschek, he wasn't going anywhere. He was hanging tight in there. Count is 1-2. Long pause by Watts. Here's the pitch. That's low. 2-2. Been right around, though, from Watts. These have been very competitive pitches.
Good misses here.
To find the zone on the 2-2 pitch. Anthony's ready. Here it comes. Ground ball to Tello at third. Backhand stop. He'll throw to second for one. Over to first. And Kopp can't pick it out of the dirt. The runner will be safe at first. But heck of a play by Tello at third on the backhand. Otherwise, that's down the line, and that's multiple bases for the Braves. Get the lead runner Johnson out at first. Sobieschek will be on.
That would have been another huge double play there, but good to get the lead runner out.
Cole Lucky is the batter. One out, still a runner at first. Popped up. This will be shallow center.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if the Hawks have a beat on it. Seegers goes back. Seegers is in shallow right center, and Michael makes the play with Nelson and Huckstorf, who had his back.
Long way to go there for Mike, but that's why you have a guy out there that's a senior that's been out there for 200 games plus and can go get the ball and know when it's his turn to go make sure he makes the play.
Not as routine as possible for Seegers just to glide out there and make that play. 2 down for Hosey. Check swing, didn't matter. That's a called strike, low inside corner.
This is a guy we've seen we got to be a little bit careful with a 2-run lead. He's a tying play. He's already got 1 home run earlier this game. Likes that inside pitch.
How do you need to pitch him then? You got to go outside, right?
Yeah, you got to stay away from him and make him beat you the other way.
Just like that. Yep. Fouled off.
A little bit off the plate.
Yes. Fouled back to the pad. 0-2. Watson a good spot. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Watts checks the runner at first. Moore setting up outside again. Here comes the 0-2. Long pause first. Here it comes. Just outside. Really good spot from Anthony, but off the plate outside with the fastball.
Good idea there. I like it.
Watts has the sign that he likes. He comes set. Ready with the 1-2. He pitches. Swing and a miss. Anthony High Wattage Watts takes the Braves down Electric Avenue in the 8th. Keeping the Braves off the scoreboard. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-6 Iowa. Back in just a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Bottom of the 8th inning in Iowa City, 8-6. The Hawkeyes with the lead over the Braves. Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for your chance to win exclusive NASCAR prizes. See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Top of the order back here with Andy Nelson. Hopefully we can get some hits out of him. Maybe see Will Muffler or Raider and Top drive in some runs here later this inning. Also looks like Bendite, who's closed out a couple games in the last couple weeks, is warming up here in the bullpen for the Hawks.
First pitch to Nelson is inside. Dete has been so good for Iowa. Sealed the victory over Ohio State on Saturday. 1-0 pitch to Andy, low and out.
Earlier this year had a gutsy close against Purdue in the middle of that series. Good to see him gaining some trust and getting to get out there and close some ball games for the Hawks.
Here's a 2-0 to Andy. Ooh, look out. That went behind him, ball 3.
Andy got hit earlier this year in the C-flap. He's been wearing that new protective helmet, so good to see he didn't have to use it there.
Thinking red light for Andy on the 3-0. Pitch is outside. A 4-pitch walk to start the 8th. Iowa seeking to get some insurance here.
Yeah.
Number 42, Will Mulfler.
Mulfler will get his second at bat of the night. Flied out to center his first time up.
Still hitting a good 333 off the bench, which is a huge piece for the Hawks to add depth.
Will takes outside for ball 1. Bradley continues to pitch edge here. They're probably towards the end of their line. They have a right-hander getting loose. There's strike 1.
Definitely comes with some age and experience, and this being Mulfler's 5th season, but it just feels like to me every time he comes off the bench, he gives the Hawks a quality at bat and gives them a chance to get a base runner.
Runner's moving. Here's a line drive into right. That's a base hit. Andy's around second. He'll head to third. Nice piece of hitting by Mulfler to single and move Nelson to third base.
Running first base for the Hawkeyes, number 13.
Here comes Raider Tello.
Third baseman, Raider.
Raider can all but put this away with one swing of the bat. Nobody out. Runners at the corners for the Hawkeyes. First pitch to Tello. He was trying to hit it over the scoreboard. Just missed it. Foul tip into the glove. Runner takes off. The 0-1 is fouled back to the screen. 0-2.
Good jump there by Swale straight off the bench. Good to see some aggressive base running when you get in the game. Use your tools.
Yeah, good pickup there, Brennan. Ben Swales running for Mulfler, and what the Hawkeyes are hoping is their last at bat of the game. Up 8-6. Looking for some insurance. The 0-2 to Tello. Outside. Good discipline. See if Swales gets going again. There he takes off. The pitch is low and outside. And all Bradley can do is pump fake to second. Swales in with a stolen base. Raiders even the count. Infield comes in for Bradley. Runners at second and third, nobody out. The 2-2, low and out, ball 3.
Good spot here, Raider. The full count, making sure the pitcher comes to him.
Full count pitch to Tello. Here it is. Ground ball to short. Bobbled. Only play is to first. And Tello is out, but he will bring home Andy Nelson, giving Iowa an extra run. It's 9-6 now in the 8th.
Also, I was going to say, side note, Swales is first career stolen base as well. So we got a pair of first career stolen bases for Reese Moore and Ben Swales there. Both redshirt freshmen.
Nicely done.
First baseman, Davis Cobb.
That's a hard pitch for Raider to pull, right? Low and outside, and you could hear it from up here off the end of the bat.
Yeah, the bat, but able to stay through it and just get an up barrel on it to drive it past the pitcher and get a run in.
Infield stays in as Davis Kopp comes up. I feel like Davis Davis had a rough day. He's 0 for 4, but man, he's hit the ball hard. I feel like Kopp's been robbed a little bit.
I'd like to say he's due. We'll see what happens here.
9-6 Iowa. Runner at third is Swales. 1-0 pitch to Kopp. Line drive, base hit over the shortstop's head. Swales will jog home. It's 10-6 Iowa.
The softest hit ball of the night for Kopp. 79 miles an hour, only ball under 95, and that's the one that finds the grass.
That's how baseball goes sometimes, doesn't it? Wow.
Now we got midweek more back in action.
How do you feel about Reese's walk-up music? Kind of puts you to sleep a little bit.
A little bit. It does fit the personality, though. I'm not sure if this has been his strategy, trying to put him to sleep. But for those at home who's listening to a little jazz, I think it'd be a trumpet. Is that what that is? What
Saxophone,
is it? Saxophone, something slow.
Oh, we'll give him a hard time about that. All right, the Braves are making a pitching change in the 8th. Iowa's added a couple more runs. It's 10-6 Hawkeyes. Back after this pitching change break. This is Iowa Baseball from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. Oak Knoll is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. All right, the Braves have brought in a new pitcher. Iowa leading 10-6 in the bottom of the 8th. They'll go with Jack Lincoln, who's a redshirt sophomore. He's listed as an infielder, and this appears to be the first time that he's pitched this season. So we'll see. We'll see how he looks. A couple of strikes up there as he's warming up, and Reese Moore will be the first batter to see him. One out, runners at first. They found you, Rig.
I know, they found me. Took him a couple innings.
The parent section.
Catcher, Reese Moore.
Seems like the parent section likes the walkout more than anybody else does, so it's a win for Reese.
All right, Reese Moore comes up. Runner at first base and one out. First pitch to Reese. Ooh, low and in. Ooh, it got all the way to the backstop, too. Kellen Strohmeyer is in to run, and he takes off to second base. Stroh cut his hair?
I think he got a little bit of a haircut, but I'll also say this, that he could be the third Hawkeye to get their first stolen base of the day of their career, so maybe we'll see him taking third base here.
Be a record-setting performance here today, Rig. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Reese. That's outside.
Yeah, I thought we had Swales running again after the haircut.
You don't see the gold locks coming out of the batter's helmet for Strohmeyer, who stands out there at second base. Here's the 2-0 to Reese.
Ooh.
Check swing, didn't matter. Ooh, called a strike. Inner third, 2-1.
Love to see him use that left field gap again. We'll see if he can. Oh, there's Strohmeyer. There he goes.
He's taken off for third. Pitch gets away into the Iowa on-deck circle. Here comes Strohmeyer down the line from third. He's going to have to hustle. Oh, the pitcher dropped it on the throw. And Strohmeyer scores. It's 11-6. That vaulting lead, he had a great jump. He was definitely getting third, even if that pitch is outside and guiding the catcher over there. But the pitch was low and in and got towards the Iowa on-deck circle. Strohmeyer scores. It's 11-6 Hawkeyes. 3-1 pitch to Moore. Swing and a miss. Oh, he wanted to take that deep to right.
Now he's got an even bigger hole that sliding that third baseman over into the shortstop 6-hole gap. We'll see if he can use the shift to his advantage. Ooh.
Called third strike. Moore is punched out. A pitch on the inside corner.
Center fielder Kyle Huckstorf.
And 2 down for the Hawks in the 8th. That was a good pitch by Lincoln. All right, here's Kyle Huckstorf. Outside for ball 1.
Johnny's giving his best 9 innings for us. Still hustling out there.
Hey, it's top to bottom effort.
It's a professional right there.
1-0 to Huck. That's high, ball 2. Haven't had John have to come out of his chair and grab one off the screen or even down the line and right.
It's a slow night for John, but he's still getting his work in.
Gets that prime parking spot. Usually beats me to it out in the facility. 2-0 to Huck.
Uh-oh.
Hit high and deep to center, but it'll hang up there. Vogel's underneath it. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. And that'll do it for the 8th. We'll go to the 9th inning. Iowa with some insurance. The Hawkeyes lead it 11-6. We'll be back for the 9th right after this. This is Iowa baseball from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Top of the 9th at Banks this evening. Iowa's finally pulled out in front. It's 11-6, the Hawkeyes over the Bradley Braves. Brennan Duriggi filling in for John Evans this week and weekend. Off to a good start in your debut, Brennan.
Not bad, not bad.
Almost the first 9 innings through the books. I think safe to say we'll have you back this weekend. It'll be all right.
Sounds good.
New pitcher into the game for Iowa is Ben Dete, left-handed redshirt senior. He's been around the block. He's from Clive, and the lefty will come in and try to get the final 3 outs. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Nine, 1, and 2 due up for
bench hitter number 16, Michael Milot.
The Braves here in the 9th. They'll go away from Chatterton and bring in Michael Milot, right-handed hitter. Dete out of the windup. 5-run lead for the Hawks in the 9th. First pitch is a changeup low. Some defensive changes for Iowa. Cade Moss is now catching. Blake Guerin is inserted at first base. 1-0 from Dete. Check swing, grounded right back to Ben. Ben will grab it and then tag the runner halfway down the first base line. Today's game is brought to you in part by Brown Deer Golf Club in Coralville, featuring Bunkers Bar and Grill. Enjoy a great Bunkers menu with burgers, chicken, salads, and wraps. And Gimme's Pizza and Wings, a new pop-up menu at Bunkers that's all about savory pizzas and mouth-watering wings. To-go orders are welcome, as are you and your family at Brown Deer Golf in Coralville. First pitch swinging is Ryan Vogel. He drives it to right, but Andy Nelson is there. 2 down.
Love the efficiency there. 5-run lead. Detay's pitching with, like he's got the 5-run lead, obviously, and then just coming up and throwing fastballs and attacking the hitters, making them beat him.
1 out away from victory this evening. Bo Durbin is the batter, left-handed hitter. Lefty on lefty matchup. Detay misses outside for ball 1. Hawkeyes getting set to host Rutgers this weekend. First pitch on Friday to open the series at 6:05. 1-0 from Detay is across for a strike.
Great pitch there. Obviously, the Hawkeyes have done a good job of neutralizing the middle of the lineup. 2 home runs from the 4 spot. Excuse me, the 3 spot, but keeping Durbin and Delgado off the bases as much as possible has been a key to tonight's victory.
Yeah, if he's going to hit home runs, don't let anybody get on before him, and
Absolutely.
the Hawks have done a nice job with that. 1-2 from Detay is grounded foul to the Iowa dugout. Durbin stays alive. Out of the windup, here's the 1-2 from Detay. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Cade Moss applies the tag before Durbin can leave the box, and the Hawkeyes win it. 11-6 is our final. Iowa improves to 19-15. Bradley drops to 10-24. We'll be back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Brendan Duriggy and John Leo in the broadcast booth at Banks. Iowa takes down Bradley in the midweek 11-6. That's a good sight to see, the high five line. It's a good feeling for the Hawks there,
Victory
Brendan.
formation.
Very nicely done. A bit of a tricky game today. A little bit of back and forth, and that's what makes these midweeks difficult, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think it's also, though, I think if you asked Rick about the game, he would tell you that it's good that we had a good close win to kind of test the bullpen, get some guys out there in some pressure situations that maybe won't be there like that on the weekends, and just kind of not just steamroll a team, but maybe have like a more of an adversity type of win.
Yeah, have to be locked in the full 9 innings.
Absolutely.
Bradley scored first today. They got 1 in the first. Iowa responded in the bottom of the second, plating 3 runs to take a 3-1 lead. And you thought things were probably headed in the right direction, but then Bradley scored 4 in the fourth to lead 5-3. They added another in the fifth. It was 6-3 then. The Hawkeyes answered with 3 runs in the bottom of the sixth to tie it up. 2 in the seventh and 3 in the eighth to win it 11-6. Pretty identical line scores there. 11 runs on 11 hits for Iowa, 6 runs on 6 hits for Bradley. They made 2 errors in the field. The Braves left 5 on base. Iowa left 7 on base tonight. Anthony Watts gets the win, his second of the year. Anthony Edge gets the loss for the Braves. He falls to 0-2. Ben Detay credited with the midweek save. Offensively, Brennan, what stood out to you the most?
Yeah, I would say I think that the consistency throughout the lineup, I mean, we talked about it throughout the broadcast, but we had hits all the way up and down. We had a Huckstorf hit, we had a Mitchell hit, and 2 walks out of Mitchell, and obviously that's always good to see, just 1 through 9. Obviously struggled. We didn't want to see Petey come back the way he did, but conversely, it's really good to see RBIs all the way down from the 9-hole in Siegs, and then 3 obviously at the top with Andy coming back.
Yeah, I think with Petey, maybe get that rust off in the midweek
Absolutely.
before we play Rutgers. Yeah, the bottom of the order did a nice job to set the table for the top, where Andy Nelson went 1 for 3 today with 3 RBIs. He also drew a walk. A couple of hits for Raider Tello. 3 hits for midweek Reese Moore. That might stick, Brendan. You might have plugged this into something there. But the Hawkeyes don't really have an easy out or a sure out anywhere in their batting order right now, and that should bode well for the Hawks offensively.
No doubt, absolutely.
What'd you see from the pitching staff and the defense today, Brendan?
Yeah, I think it's obviously tricky when Rick talks about all the time when you've got 9 to 10 guys coming in a game, and it just takes one bad outing or one bad appearance to kind of blow that thing up. And for us to get out, have a consistent pitching appearances throughout all 9 innings, even though there's some hiccups in there, there's some bumps in the road, but able to just kind of minimize as much as possible. That was the biggest thing for me, and I think we threw a lot more strikes than we have in the past, especially in a midweek with everything that we've got pitching change wise.
Yeah.
It looks like we only had 1, 4, 5 walks on the night with 9 different pitchers, which I think you take as a win for sure.
Much better control of the strike zone for the Hawkeyes today. Sprinkled in some strikeouts as well, but I think the thing that stood out the most was the defensive effort by the Hawks. A great outfield play, and Raider Tello was outstanding at third base defensively.
Absolutely. He almost had turned 2 double plays on 2 balls that were rocketed at him 100, 105 miles an hour. So just good to see him playing good defense and also helping out that pitching staff as much as possible.
Brendan, great job in your debut. We'll talk to you on Friday.
Sounds good. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me on.
Iowa 11, Bradley 6. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. Associate head coach Marty Sutherland is on his way up. He'll chat with us after this break. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
The Hawkeyes take down Bradley in the midweek 11-6. We're joined by Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland. Coach, good to get back in the win column tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of good things. Some things you like to do a little bit better, but at the end of the day, you get a bunch of guys out there on the mound, which you really like doing in a midweek situation. We were able to take advantage of a bunch of free bases, and Bradley's playing pretty shorthanded. Had a bunch of injuries, and I don't even know how many healthy players they have. I think it's in the low 20s. So feel for those guys. They're great coaching staff, and they do a really good job. And nobody likes to be in that situation. So able to take advantage of some things probably because of that.
Would you say the highlight today was the pitching from the team?
Yeah, if you really look at it, it's just the one inning. Unfortunately, they scored 4 that inning and had 1 hit, and that's kind of been a little bit of a bugaboo. But outside of that, just a lot of good things that you saw. You feel bad. You keep bringing Jack Young into really difficult situations, and bases loaded, 1 out, gets the out, and then unfortunately, credit to their guys for getting the big swing that inning. But then after that, Durham just gives up the solo homer, and then you shut it down from there. Sam does a good job, and Marcus does a good job. Anthony was really good, and then Dete clean. Thought Rader made some big time plays over there. Started the double play in Hart's inning, and almost had another double play there later in the game. So big plays by him, and then Offensively, I was really happy the first two innings specifically. We had it was 48 pitches, but then I thought the next 3 innings, that's what we've been doing here a little bit. We had 8 pitches, 15 pitches, 7 pitches, and I just told them, I'm like, and you could see it. They went back ahead, and it just looks like now everybody's trying to do it themselves. Everybody's trying to hit a 3-run homer with nobody on base, and so we just talked about, you got to do what we're really good at, which is work in the zone and hold in the zone. And I thought we went up there and just made outs early in counts on pitches that you can't do anything with. And that's what we've been doing. That's why we've really struggled offensively. And then I thought the last 3 to 4 innings was way better. We worked counts, had some 2-out RBIs today. That's been escaping us here the last 2 weekends. I think we've had a total of 2 the last 6 Big Ten games. I think we had 4 tonight. Yeah. And you just need one of those things to happen again, and then they seem to get rolling. So really good. Some big at-bats. Andy's at-bat there to tie it up with the 2-out RBI single on a 3-2 count that he had worked. So just some really good things that way. And, just overall, I thought we just rebounded from, the middle part of that game where it wasn't very good.
Yeah. Do you think that a win like this, even in a midweek, did it show your staff a lot that it could get down and then bounce back instead of getting down and letting it snowball?
Well, I think that's a really good point, and that's something we haven't done a great job with, because specifically of what I just talked about, of guys just trying to go outside of themselves instead of, we talk about, just pass the baton, work the count, win the at bat, and move it on to the next guy, and somebody will come through if that's the mantra and that's how you go about your business. If everybody's trying to do, get the big swing and hit the home run and do all that type of stuff, you're just going to get yourself out. So really good to come back after it was, again, kind of a not a good middle innings there for 4 through, at least the 4th and the 5th. But guys did a really nice job of kind of resettling themselves, recentering, and just had a bunch of good at-bats that we stacked up there towards the end of the game.
Huge series with Rutgers coming up this weekend, Coach.
Yeah, at this point, we haven't done ourselves any favors. It's just call it what it is. We've put ourselves in a difficult spot. We certainly have a difficult stretch of Big Ten play coming up. But it starts with Rutgers, a team that had a big series win against Nebraska. But, everybody's kind of had a little Jekyll and Hyde. I think a week before that, or the 2 weeks before that, they had got swept at home. So it's just one of those things that we know we have to do some things better consistently to be in games. Hopefully that starts on the mound with Cade giving us a good start. I know Petey didn't have a great night, but it's still good to get him back out there. He'll be fine. And Andy's getting closer to full speed. So, getting those 2 guys back full on will really help. It kind of allows us to play the type of baseball we want to play. So that's exciting, and hopefully it starts on Friday. It's one game at a time, one pitch at a time. I know that's really cliche, but it's the only way the game works. And so that's what we'll be telling them. Hopefully you have a good practice tomorrow and get ready for a really good Rutgers team.
Congratulations on the win. Can't wait for Friday, Coach.
How was that color guy? Better than John? What are we talking about?
I'm supposed to give Evans a report, and it might be tough for Evans to read.
I'm not surprised with Brennan. What an awesome person, and lucky the bad thing is we only got to coach him 1 year, but the great thing is we got to coach him 1 year. Yeah. So I'm not surprised he came up here and did a great job. One of my favorite guys, and glad he was filling in, and we'll be okay with John back if that's what we need to do.
Sure, Rick did a great job. He'll be here with us this weekend too.
Yeah.
So
I'm not shocked. So
he's 1-0, Marty.
Okay, we'll try to slip him in the game too and get him some at-bats.
There you go. So, all right, congratulations on the win. We'll see you on Friday.
Thank you.
Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland on our post-game show from Banks. Iowa wins at 11-6. We're back with highlights right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
If you guessed that was the sound of a bag of Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans, you guessed right. Well, kinda. It was really the sound of an innovative team that spent decades perfecting a seed with exclusive genetics and the ultimate agronomic advantage. The sort of breeders who don't rest until they've achieved outstanding performance. Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans. #1 for a reason. Visit pioneer.com/genetics.
Well, it's a solid win for the Hawkeyes in the midweek over the Bradley Braves, 11-6. Iowa with the win. Let's relive some of the highlights. Sobieschek really choked up on the bat, trying to shorten his swing. Here comes the 0-2. Blooped left side. Tello goes back. Seegers is over. Michael dives. He made the play for out number 2. Here's the pitch to Huckstorf. Ground ball up the middle, and that will get through into center field. Moore's around third. He'll score. Huck is digging for 2. Here's the throw. Kyle's safe as the infielder couldn't grab the ball on the hop. Huckstorf brings home Iowa's first run. We're tied at 1 in the second. Nelson skies it into center. Vogel's underneath it. We'll see if it's deep enough to score the run from third. The catch is made. Here comes Mitchell down the line from third. He'll score with ease, and it's 3-1 Iowa on the sac fly from Andy Nelson. Hart could really use a ground ball middle infield. Gets one to Tello at third. He dives, knocks it down, throw to second for 1, over to first, double play. How about that? Raider Tello starts the 5-4-3. A hawk on every base for Nelson. Runners are going. The 3-2. Ground ball, base hit into left. This game is tied off the bat of Andy Nelson. 2-run score. It's 6-6. Edge is ready. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into left. They're going to wave Reese. He's around third. Here comes the throw. He is safe. Throw over to third is dropped. And the Hawkeyes have the lead. It's 7-6. Watts has the sign that he likes. He comes set. Ready with the 1-2. He pitches. Swing and a miss. Anthony High Wattage Watts takes the Braves down Electric Avenue in the 8th. Out of the windup, here's the 1-2 from Dete. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Cade Moss applies the tag before Durbin can leave the box, and the Hawkeyes win it. 11-6 is our final. Iowa improves to 19-15. Bradley drops to 10-24. Nice win for Iowa in the midweek to start the homestand on the right foot. 3-game set with Rutgers coming up beginning on Friday. First pitch set for 6:05 here at Banks. Join us at the ballpark. We'd love to have you. If not, we'll have Hawkeye Radio Network coverage beginning at 5:30 on Friday. Iowa takes down Bradley tonight. That'll do it for our coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. For my fill-in color analyst who did a great job, Brennan Duriggi, board op down the line, Michael. Excellent job as always, Michael. I'm John Leo saying so long from Banks this evening, where Iowa knocks off Bradley 11-6 in the midweek. Every day's a great day to be a Hawkeye. Some are just a little bit better than others. Take care, everybody.
Hawkeye Baseball has been brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Oak Knoll Retirement Community. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited, the official travel partner of the Hawkeyes. And by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy online. Get your medical card today. Visit budmary.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.